contractions gone away?
Well, not altogether, but they're a lot less than they were.
Looks like the infusion might be working then. You came in, what, about an hour ago?
Yeah.
Well, early days yet. But it looks as though we might have slowed baby down, persuaded him to stay where he is for a bit longer.
Does that mean I'll be able to go home?
Well, not tonight. We want to be sure first. But if we really have managed to delay labour, I don't see why you shouldn't go home. Oh, sometime tomorrow. I bet you thought I'd forgotten all about you.
Oh, no.
Well, I haven't. It's just that Doctor's with Mrs. Tilsley now, so I can't let you see her till we know what's happening.
Oh.
See, Mrs. Tilsley's not really due for another month.
Yeah, I know.
So, Doctor's given us something to try and stop the labour, and we're keeping our fingers crossed till we see whether it's worked or not. Does that hurt?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Well, would you like me to ask Doctor to have a look at it while she's up here?
Oh, no, it's all right. I just had a bit of disagreement with the door. It teach me to look where I'm going another time.
Well, won't it? Right. Well, if you don't want a doctor, how about a cup of tea?
Oh, that'll be great, thanks.
And I'll let you have 5 minutes with Mrs. Tilsley as soon as I can.
Now, you stay with Grandad, OK? I'm just going to see how Mummy is, all right?
Hey, just a minute.
Oh, come on. Surely you can cope just this once. And Deirdre said she'd give you a hand, didn't you, love?
Yeah, it's not a matter of coping. Of course I can cope.
Well, then.
Well, I just wanted to tell you something before you went galloping off, that's all. Ah, he's here, he can tell you himself.
Hi, sir. You're right.
What can he tell me himself?
Well, I gave him a ring, just to let him know what was going on.
Oh, you did?
Hey, Nick. Do you fancy some tea at Grandma Harvey's?
Yeah.
OK, better see to this fella then. Thanks for picking him up.
Oh, you don't have to thank me for that, Brian.
Oh, suit yourself. Come on, son.
Look, I know what you're going to say.
All I'm going to say is, let Brian take Nicky to Grandma Ivy's. Means Ian's the one at the hospital, doesn't it? That it'll open Gail's eyes just a bit. When it's all over, she sees just which one of them is standing by the bedside.
So, they know who I am.
They know you're not my husband, if that's what you mean.
Yeah?
Sister said your husband will have to wait outside while we examine you. Oh, he's not my husband, I said. Oh, well, she said. I don't care who he is, he's still going to have to wait outside.
So I'm what? I'm a friend, am I?
You're a friend. You're called Ian, and you've come all the way from Australia.
Nothing else?
Nothing. Except you've been very patient, hanging around the way you have.
Oh, I don't mind. I'll wait for as long as is necessary.
It's not, though, is it?
Seeing you here and everything, I couldn't just go and leave you.
You could. You were on your way. You'd be halfway to London now. This hadn't have happened.
But it did happen. And now seeing you here...
Oh, Ian, please, don't let's have an argument. I've had enough of them to last me a lifetime. And besides, I've said all I have to say.
Maybe you feel different when you've had the baby.
I don't see why.
Well, maybe you feel more of a need for someone to share it with. I mean, look, I'm no great psychologist or anything, but I would have thought that, all right, up until now, you've felt that you could manage on your own, that you didn't need anybody else. But once the kiddie's there, when it's been born, and as a separate person, well, maybe you'll feel you wanted to have a father after all. Girl, you right?
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying?
Ian, will you just get me one of the nurses, please?
Why, what's the matter?
Nothing, just get me somebody, please. Anybody.
Of course I'm on your side. It's just that... well, I don't see what you're causing such a fuss about.
Because my dad thinks I did it on purpose. He thinks I deliberately told him a pack of lies and then got him to print it.
Well, you did, didn't you?
Thank you.
Look, I'm not getting at you, but I mean, you did give him a story that wasn't exactly kosher, didn't you?
It wasn't a pack of lies, though. There was a basis of fact, and I just...
Tarted it up a bit.
Yes.
Well, then.
It's just normal journalistic practice.
Yeah, but Ken's not your normal journalist, is he? I mean, well, he isn't exactly your Rupert Murdoch. He's, well, he's more your Rupert Bear, isn't he?
It's not funny.
All right, well, look at it this way. If it's not funny anymore, it's getting rather boring, and I'd rather change the subject. Anyway, He won't be blaming you.
He already has. Or weren't you listening?
Yeah, I was listening, but I mean, he won't be blaming you when he gets down to thinking about things. I've corrupted you. I've taken his innocent little girl out of school and made her a woman of pure evil. Because that's the sort of thing I do, me. Oh, he'll blame me, so don't worry about it. I mean, I'm not worried.
That just makes things worse than ever.
Why?
If he blames you.
Nah. Nah, not if it keeps him happy. I mean, it's like a hobby to him, isn't it, eh? Blaming me for everything. You know, I bet he's enjoying every minute of this.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I can't just leave things like this. I'm going to have to do something.
My advice to you is to let sleeping dogs lie. Not that I'd refer to your father as a sleeping dog. I mean, that would be disrespectful, wouldn't it?
Don't worry, Gail. They know we're coming. Just give Doctor a ring, will you, nurse? Let him know we're here. Yes, sister. Now then, Gail, do you think you can hop across onto here?
Do hospitals in Australia smell the same as they do here? Reminds me of when I had our girl, actually. I don't know if she's told you, but there were no anxious father pacing the floor then. The ward sister had to lend me a ring for my finger when I was brought in.
Yeah, she,
What?
she did mention it.
Oh. Just hope she's not taking me as some sort of example. Thinking that because I managed on my own, she can do the same. I mean, it's not just the hard times, though. God knows there's enough of them. You want someone there to share the good times and all. You know, when you want to say, oh, look what he's doing now. Well, guess what she said today? There is nobody.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ness. Oh, you're still here, then?
Yeah, well, I was at the
Well,
house.
of course he's still here. For which I'm sure Gail is very grateful, seeing as he was the one that got the ambulance and stopped with her. Despite the fact that a certain person had seen fit to assault him.
If you mean Brian, yes, he did tell me what happened. And although I don't agree with it, I can quite see how he was provoked. And I think it's them that did the provoking that should take the blame.
Oh! See, it's your fault he hit you, because you got your face in the way of his fist.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that now, all right?
It's also the fault of them that invited him over and has been putting him up since.
I see.
Anyway, how is she, Gail?
I've given her something to try and stop the labour.
Oh, so she won't be having it yet, then?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Well, it wasn't due yet, was it? Hadn't been for your precious son's antics, she'd still be at home knitting booties instead of being rushed in here.
So how long are they planning to keep her, then?
What we don't know, Ivy, do we? That's what we're waiting here to find out.
Well, I'd have been here and all, you know.
Oh.
Except that I didn't know anything about it till I got back from my shopping and saw our Brian.
Now then, I just thought I'd let you know what's happening. Are you a relative of Gail's?
Yes,
Sort of.
Oh, sort of.
she's my daughter-in-law.
Right. Well, Gail is in labour. Doctor's been and examined her. She's doing very well. It shouldn't be too long now.
Yeah, but I thought you was going to give us something to put it off.
Well, we did, but it seems there's no holding back nature. Anyway, I'll leave you for the time being, but I'll let you know as soon as there's anything to report.
Thanks, sister.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, well.
Looks as though whatever they gave her didn't work then.
Yeah, as long as it ain't on the baby. I mean, you never know, do you, nowadays? I mean, these, you know, things they give them, you know, injections and all that.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't use out to harm it.
God give us strength. Just let them both be all right, that's all I ask.
Yeah. That's all I ask, I know.
That was very good. Baby's heartbeat's fine. All right, Gail.
I keep wanting to push.
Well, don't let us stop you.
She has another contraction coming.
Strength and frequency.
Strong. 1 in 2.
Good. Shan't be long now. Come in. We've got a visitor.
Oh, hi.
Sorry to spoil your evening.
Oh, you're not spoiling it. It's great to see you.
I expect he's already told you, has he, how I spoil the rest of his day.
You're always welcome here, you know that.
Despite my shameless disregard for the truth?
You said it.
Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry. That's what I came to say.
Okay.
Well, sit down, have a cup of tea. Or what do you fancy? Would you rather have a drink?
No, tea be fine.
Can you put the kettle on? Love?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, where's Trace?
Ah, she's having a bath. She likes lots of bubbles and she stays in it for hours, pretending she's a film star.
Yeah, I bet. Told you, has he? About...
Yes, all about it.
It was my fault. I just didn't think, that's all.
I expect he'll get over it. Oh, listen, you won't have heard about Gail Tilsley, will you?
No, what's happened?
Well, she's got everything she should have. And what's more, she's beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Doctor. Have you any thoughts on a Christian name for her?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah Louise.
Right.
It suits her. Now, Sarah is a little bit small. That's because she's early. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop her into our special care baby unit for a little while, just so we can keep an eye on her.
She's all right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her.
She's lovely. You can see that for yourself. So I'll leave her with you for a minute or two. Then we'll put her in an incubator. Stop her getting cold.
I didn't mean to humiliate you or upset you or anything like that.
He knows you didn't.
Yeah.
I did want the publicity. Yes, I'll admit that. And perhaps I wasn't as careful about the facts as I should have been. Well, I wasn't. There's no perhaps about it.
You were economical with the truth. Isn't that what they say when politicians do it?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, there'll be no bones broken. Let's forget all about it, shall we?
I'll second that.
Well, there is just one thing before we forget all about it.
Go on.
Mike had nothing to do with it. It was my idea. I wrote the story. I didn't even show it to him.
I can believe that.
Yes, but do you believe it?
If it's what you say, yes, of course I do.
I just don't want you to think that he's plotting to get at you all the time. Because he's not. Honest, he's not.
Look, I've said, let's forget the whole damn thing.
And you do believe me?
Yes.
Well, then why don't you come round? Both of you. Come round for something to eat.
Don't look at me.
Well, I suppose... yeah, why not?
You will?
Sometime, I mean...
Well, this week. Wednesday. What about Wednesday?
Wednesday's fine by me.
Dad?
Well, yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Tilsley. I'm Nurse Phillips. I'm just going to take baby up to special care, all right?
I suppose it'll have to be.
Well, it'll only be for a few days. Is it right if we go, Doctor?
Yes.
Come on then, baby Tilsley. Let's take you for a little ride, shall we?
When will I be able to see her?
We'll get you transferred onto a postnatal ward and then any time.
Tonight?
Wouldn't you rather have a sleep first?
Well, I think I'll sleep better when I've seen where she is.
Gail has had a little girl. And she's very well and baby's very well.
Oh, thank God for that. Marvellous.
Now, because baby's a bit light, we're taking her on to special care for a couple of days.
How light? How do you mean?
Just under £5. It's only to be expected with her coming a few weeks early.
This special, whatever you call it, does that mean she'll be in one of them?
She's in an incubator, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's just normal procedure.
Can we see her?
Not yet, no. It might be possible later, but I can't promise. You can wait if you like, but your best bet's probably to come back tomorrow.
That means that they can't breathe, doesn't it, when they put them in them in the incubators?
No, she said it was just because of her weight.
I heard what she said.
Well, I'm stopping. I don't care how long.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to, but I've got Nicky to see to.
Well, you can spread the news, can't you? We'll keep watch this end.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I better go. You will give care of me love, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
Night, Auntie Ivy. Well, I might as well go as well. There's no use me hanging around here.
Oh, but you want to see the baby?
Oh, yeah, but...
And you want to see Gail?
Well, if she's willing to see me...
Oh, yeah. Faint heart never won so much as a coconut. Come on. Of course you want to see you. I mean, it's a shame Ivy had to go and Brian isn't here. But you are here. Gail should know that.
Your father's coming here for dinner?
Yeah.
On Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to do, go down the Chinese?
Mike,
It's only a joke.
it's not a very good one, is it?
Well, it's the best I can do. I'm in a state of shock.
I agree. I mean, I was surprised, but, well, all credit to him, eh?
Think so?
Don't you?
I don't think he'll come.
Why?
I think he'll duck out. I think he'll find some excuse. I'm only telling you, because I don't want you to be disappointed.
I won't be disappointed, because he'll come. If there's one thing about my dad, and he'll agree to this if nothing else, if he makes up his mind to do something, then he sticks by it.
Gee, I know, but I mean, come in here.
Yes.
All right, if you say so. But I'll believe it when I see it.
You'll be nice to him, won't you?
No, that depends. Not going down on me bended knees.
Nobody's asking you to.
All right. I'll be civil to him. Of course I will.
Thank you.
As long as he's civil towards me.
Sorry to trouble you. Only I needed keys to Gail's. I've got to pick up some of Nicky's stuff and that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we've got one somewhere. You've heard the good news, I suppose, have you?
Yes.
Little girl, eh?
Yeah.
You know, Audrey was on the phone not 10 minutes ago. Now then, does that look out like it?
Yeah, that's the one, thanks. I'll drop it off tomorrow.
Just stick it through the door.
Right.
It's only me. I'm sorry to barge in, Al.
No, you're right.
It's just that I wanted to catch Brian before he set off, you know. Listen, love, I thought, besides his school gear, he'll want his football stuff, won't he? I think it's tomorrow they have games, don't they?
Right, I'll pick them up.
Right, and have a quick look round and see if there's what we've forgotten. Yeah. So you've heard it's a little girl, then?
Aye, Sarah Louise.
You are?
Well, that's what she's calling her, isn't it?
Well, it's first I've heard about it. Do you know about that?
No.
Neither do I.
Well, that's it anyway, according to what Audrey said, like.
Oh. Oh, well, seeing as you know so much, do you know if there's any plans to have her baptised?
Well, I wouldn't have thought so, no.
Only you know she's in one of these incubator things, don't you, Alf?
Yeah, well, she's a bit on the light side, isn't she?
Yeah, well, that one. But they don't just put them in there for that, you know. They put them in there if they can't breathe.
But you don't know that.
Everybody knows that, Brian. Oh, little mite. She's a right start in life, hasn't she, one way or another?
Yeah, well, according to Audrey, both mother and baby are doing fine, apart from the baby being a bit small.
Well, I hope and pray they are, Alf, I do, honest. But even talking about incubators sets my spine on edge. Anyway, I'll have to get off. Football game.
Right.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, see you, love. Have you any plans to visit them, then?
None. I'll drop it back.
Any time, lad. Any time.
Is she tiny, though?
Yeah, but I
I mean, that's all. There's nothing wrong with her.
No, of course there isn't. No, she's a little beauty. Just like her mother. Well, never that little, though.
I think it's time Gail was getting some rest now.
Oh, right, nurse. Just another minute, eh?
Just one.
Oh, thanks. Is it right you want me to fetch?
Oh, I can't think right now.
Well, I'll be in tomorrow, anyway.
You ask me then. I'm sure there's a million things.
No, don't worry. Is it all right if Ian just pops in just for a minute? Just for a second, just have a look.
Well,
Would you rather he didn't?
not now.
No, I think she's had enough for today, quite honestly.
Oh, right. Well, he'll be back with me tomorrow anyway. Do you know he's been waiting all this time, bless him. Ever since he brought you in, he wouldn't go out at all, not even to get somewhere to eat.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be making him up then. Good night, Sarah, darling. Darling. Good night, love.
Good night, Mum.
I'll tell Ian you're worn out, but you'll see him tomorrow, right?
Ian might be Sarah's father, in case you're wondering.
Oh. Your mother seems to think very highly of him.
She'd marry me after him tomorrow if she had her way.
But you don't want to.
I don't. I've got all I want.
Yeah.
And the way I feel right now, they can all shout at each other all their life. Fight it out between them.
You don't care.
I don't. Why should I? I've got more than any of them.
Well, what are you in for lunch, by the way?
Oh, had a better offer, have you?
Jack Wainwright.
The bookshop.
Yeah, that's right. He's having the place refitted. Could get a full page out of it.
Ah, I see. So when it comes to a choice between dinner with your missus and a full-page advert for your paper, there's no contest, right?
You've got it. See you tonight.
Yeah. Oh, and don't be late. We're going out, remember?
Hardly likely to forget, am I?
Oh, Ken, I know it wasn't easy for you to say we'd go round to Mike and Susan's tonight, but, well, let's just try and make the most of it, eh? It does mean a lot to her.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you.
She's coming along the treat, isn't she?
Sorry, I was miles away.
There's nothing wrong, is there? They say she's doing fine. She looks so tiny.
Tiny? She's heavyweight champion of the world compared to mine. £1.12 when he were born.
£1.12.
That's right, but not anymore. He's having his kilo party tomorrow.
Kilo party?
That's right, he weighs as heavy as a bag of sugar. Sort nurses have laid on a little do. Caked a lot. Be something to tell him about when he's a strapping 15 stone 6 footer, won't it?
I thought I had problems.
She'll be all right.
It's just lying there. All this equipment. She looks so helpless.
Well, she's in the best place, believe me. If anyone should know, I should.
Yeah, you're right.
So are we planning on stopping here all morning? Or do you fancy a cup of tea?
I could murder one.
So that's bacon, eggs, 2 teas and 2 sausages, all right? Thanks. See you soon as I can.
A cup of tea, 2 slices of toast lightly done, and don't slap the butter on with the trowel.
Something, you just have to hang on a bit.
Hang on. Sign outside says cafe, not waiting room.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I've got another 3 people to serve before you. And you can say how I'm fixed, I'm not a flipping octopus, am I?
Where's Mrs. Pierce?
Oh, she's had a burst or something, so she won't be in till plumber's been.
You mean to say you're on your own?
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? So you just have to hang on off. I get it, I'm sorry.
Right. Where's the bread?
Hey, what are you doing?
You short-handed?
Yeah.
I want my breakfast, right? Well, I'm not helpless, you know. What do you reckon you're doing to them?
Frying them.
Well, with fresh air? Get some fat in, Pam.
Percy?
You put my toast on, I'll see to this lot.
Well, give us a plate, will you?
Oh, come on, get a move on. I've got to be back at the community centre in 20 minutes. Right, lads. Who's next for shaving?
Oh, you're not up to the hospital already?
No, I think I'll give it a miss this morning.
Oh, but Gail will be expecting you, love.
No, I think she's got enough on her plate without me hanging around.
She needs you, Ian.
She doesn't need me. Look, I know how you feel about the situation, Audrey, and I know how I feel about it. But it's what Gail wants that counts. And whatever that is, it doesn't include me.
Now, look, she just needs time, love. Time to think about her future, get it into perspective. I mean, she has been under a lot of strain, you know. Oh, the X, that.
Oh, well, I'll get it.
With your thanks.
Auntie Ivy. When? Auntie Ivy.
Ivy?
Audrey?
I'll leave you to it then.
No, you don't have to dash off, do you?
Oh, no, I just wanted to go to town before it gets too busy. Yeah, I'll see you later.
Okay, well. What can I do for you?
I just popped round to see if you've been in touch with the hospital.
Oh, little mite's going on fine.
Oh, I'm pleased about that. We would have rung a souls, you know, but I thought I'd check with you first. They've got enough to do, haven't they? We haven't answered the phone all day.
We?
Eh?
You said we was going to phone.
Me and Brian.
Oh, so he's suddenly woken up to the idea that Gail's had a baby, has he?
Look, Audrey, it's not because he doesn't care, you know. Because he does. A lot more than you'll ever know.
Well, he's got a funny way of showing it, hasn't he?
Well, it hasn't been easy for him, has it? Not with Boomerang Bill hanging around like a spare part. I don't suppose he's showed any signs of slinging his hoop yet, has he?
Why should he?
Because he's not wanted round here. I thought Gail made that very plain.
Gail doesn't know what she wants, does she? Eh? I'll tell you something for now. She's gonna need somebody. And at least Ian cared enough to come halfway round the world to see her.
I suppose it's because he cared so much he broke up a blooming marriage in first place. As it happens, I agree with you. I reckon Gail does need a fella in her life. But I'll tell you something for nothing. She needs that smart alley foxy that she needs flipping toothache.
Oh, well, we all know who you reckon she needs, don't we, eh? That young fella, my lad of yours, who's about as sensitive as a marble headstone, who ditched her when she most needed him, and who cares so much that he hasn't even bothered to go to the hospital to see her or the
Well,
baby.
what do you expect me blooming Ian hanging around all
Well, you
flipping
better
time?
get used to the idea, Ivy, because I think it's going to be around for some time.
Let me. Bye, now you go. Bye.
So how long's she going to be in this special unit for then?
Hey?
Gail's baby.
Oh, till she's ready to face the world, I suppose, which won't be all that long by all accounts. Not if she goes on putting weight on the way she is doing.
Ooh, sporting like a true grandad.
Hey, well, I am a grandad, aren't I?
I know, you enjoying it.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Could you do us a favour? Can you chuck that lot together for us? I'll collect it later.
Hey, of course we can. Oh, hope you're not going to all this trouble for us.
If it breaks the ice between me dad and Mike, it'll be worth every penny. He's not having second thoughts, is he?
No, he's not, so don't worry about that. About 7:30, okay?
Fine. See you later then.
See you later.
I just wanted to be all right.
Doing great, the nurse said, didn't she?
Yeah. Can't help worrying though, can you?
You'll be doing that for the rest of her life, won't you? It's not one thing, it'll be another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And it won't make it any easier without a fella in your life.
No. Better that than the wrong one.
Oh, I agree. That Ian you were telling me about.
What about him?
He must think a heck of a lot about you to come all this way. And he's a great-looking lad.
Yeah. And there was a time when I'd have jumped at the chance of settling down with him. I begged him to take me back to Australia with him. And what did he do? He turned his back and walked out of my life. Well, it took me quite a time to get over that, believe me. There's no going back. Not down that road. So, whatever the future holds for me and the kids, doesn't include him.
Bye.
Still no sign of Mrs. Pierce?
Not yet, no, Percy, but I'm coping, you know.
Coping? I've been sat here best part a quarter of an hour waiting for me bacon butting. Oh, thanks, sir. Well, you won't have to wait much longer, will you?
Percy, I'm all right. Honest, I am.
Here, what are you doing there? What's it look like I'm doing? Papering ceiling? Oh, well, while you are there, I'll have another cup of tea. On the house. This one's gone cold while I've been waiting. Right, where do you want me to start?
Well, I suppose if you want to give us an hand, Percy, you could start and all that washing up there.
Washing up a trained chef?
Trained chef?
You wouldn't have to fill a design Concorde to pump the tyres up, would you? Look, I'll see to that. You give Grumpy Guts his tea.
Hey! Oh. Here you go, son.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Oh, sorry I'm late, love. Honest,
It's all right.
Plumber said 10 minutes. Do you know he's only just been?
It's all right, love.
Don't worry, love. Everything's under control.
What's he doing here?
Well, he's just come to give us an hand, hasn't he? Just till you got here, like.
Ah, well, I'm here now, so I won't put you to any more trouble.
Trouble? What'll give you that idea? I'm enjoying every minute of it. Look, if you stop and get your coat off to load the dirty pots at back here.
If you're popping down there this afternoon, Gail's given Audrey a list of stuff she wants taking.
I'm not sure yet. I might go for a couple of minutes.
You're not sure?
Oh, look, she's over the worst now. I reckon the best thing is for me to just fade quietly into the background.
Well, that's not how Audrey sees it, I'll tell you that, Benoit.
Well, I know how Audrey sees it and know how Gail sees it. And there's no future for us. So I reckon the best thing is just for me to get out of here as soon as possible. Maybe even Brian might start taking an interest.
As far as he's concerned, that baby might just as well be a lump of lard.
Well, he's going to have to accept it sometime. He's not going to be able to get away from it. It's got to grow up around here and live around here.
Well, that won't make any difference. As far as he's concerned, that baby might just as well not exist.
But it could be his.
Look, he doesn't care, does he? Poor kid. Nobody cares, not even Gail, as far as I can see. Well, that's all very well, is it? But what about when that girl grows up and wants to know who her daddy is? What they're going to tell the little kid then, eh?
I'm sorry to keep you.
Oh, that's all right. Does Mrs. Tilsley know I'm here?
Oh, I haven't told her. If you want her here.
Oh, no, I just wanted a quiet word in private.
Now, look, if you're worrying about the baby...
Oh, no, it's not that. Listen, I was wondering, I have heard that you can tell who the father of a child is by comparing the blood groups.
Well, it's not that easy, I'm afraid. We can tell who the father's likely to be, but it's not conclusive. It's much easier to tell who isn't the father.
Really?
Provided we have the blood groups of all parties concerned, we can tell within seconds.
Is there anywhere we can go for a quiet word?
I'll be back in my office in a couple of minutes. I can see you there if you like.
Oh, thanks, Doctor.
Brian?
Hi. You got any milk left?
Ah, yeah, over there, look.
I'll get it.
Thanks. You heard any more news from the hospital?
Yes, Audrey's been down there.
How are things?
Oh, fine, they're both doing well, both of them.
Good. Well, give her my best next time you see her, will you?
Well, it'll come better from you, you know.
Just tell her I hope everything works out okay.
Brian.
Look, Alf, I've had enough on the subject from your mum to last me a lifetime. So just leave it, okay?
Where did you disappear to?
How'd you know I was here?
Lorraine spotted you on the corridor.
Lorraine doesn't miss much, does she?
Not a lot, no. So where did you get to?
I've been having a word with Dr. Whittaker.
Dr. Whittaker? Well, there's nothing wrong, is there? Something they haven't been telling me.
No, calm down. It's nothing like that.
Well, what did she want to see you about?
She didn't. I want to see her.
You did? What about?
I wanted to find out if Sarah Louise was my daughter.
And?
She isn't. She couldn't be.
Are you sure?
Positive. I could tell by my blood group.
You had a blood test?
No, I didn't need to. I know my blood group. I carry a donor card. And she couldn't be my child.
So she's Brian's?
Yep. I'm afraid she is.
You're disappointed?
Yeah. I suppose I am. I had hoped that if she had been mine, you would have had second thoughts about you and me.
I'm sorry, Ian. It wouldn't have made any difference.
No. Well, at least you know who her dad is.
Yes. Will you do something for me, Ian?
What?
Will you not tell anybody else? It's something I'd like to keep to myself. For a time, anyway.
That's what you want.
It is.
Right, there you go, mate. Thanks a lot. See you now.
Well, 5 minutes to 0 hour. Not gone too bad, although I do say so myself.
I'm glad you think so.
Well, somebody's got to take charge, and with all due respect, when it comes to experience of the catering business, I mean, I knock you two into a cocked hat.
So you keep telling us.
Well, you'll be glad to get back to normal tomorrow, eh, Percy? For a rest.
What? And leave you up the creek without a paddle? Oh, no, that's not my way at all. I've got my whole day reorganised. I'm at your disposal as long as you need me.
I'm sorry, love, we're just shutting.
Oh, we didn't want help. I've come from job centre.
Job centre?
Aye, I rang them up.
Oh, nice one. When can you start?
Yeah, just a minute. We don't know out about it yet, do we?
Oh, I've done catering work on and off since we were 14. I'm not scared of hard work, and my fingers don't stick in till. What else you need to know?
Well, you could start by telling us your name, love.
Edwina. Me mates call me Teddy.
Well, I'm sure it's none of my business, but you don't strike me as being the kind of young lady we're looking for at all.
You're quite right, Percy. It is none of your business. When could you start, love?
Tomorrow morning, if you like. Well, I've now tell son.
Right, love, 8 o'clock sharp.
You're the boss.
I see, so that's the way the wind blows, is it? Well, I might as well be off, seeing as my services are no longer required.
Well, it's all for the best, Percy. Honest it is.
That's a matter of opinion. Good night to you.
See you, Percy.
Sit down, love.
Thanks.
You'll want to talk about wages, won't you? Here.
What?
Martin, go and get the lady a nice cup of tea.
It'll be my pleasure.
Did you put that wine in the fridge?
Yeah, of course I did. Now stop panicking.
I'm not panicking. I just want it to be a success, that's all. You will try, won't you, love?
How many more times?
All right, I'm sorry.
Hi.
Oh, hi. We're expecting visitors.
Well, you better be. We're starving.
Hi.
Hello, love. We're not too early, are we?
No, you're just fine. Can I take your coat?
Oh, right, thanks.
I'll take them.
No, you get the drinks, eh?
Oh, did she boss you around like this? Did she?
All the time. That's why she had to go.
What you going to drink?
Gin and tonic, please, Mike.
Ken?
Sherry. Medium, you got it.
Coming up.
Oh, something smells good.
Roast duck in orange sauce and all the trimmings.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
Well, I hope you haven't gone to too much trouble.
Oh, no, we eat like this every day of the week.
There you go.
Thanks.
Well, here's to us.
To us.
Cheers.
Son me. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. Did you think I got lost? Huh? I only bumped into Celia Jackson, eh? Celia Pickles, it was. She's only divorcing this husband now and all. So we went to this wine bar, didn't we, where she told me all about it. And what with that, and then waiting half hour for a bus that never turns up. Oh, have you had your tea?
No, I thought I'd wait for you.
Don't fancy Chinese, do you?
Aye, why not?
Let me just show you what I've been spending your hard-earned profits on first. Ian's still at the hospital, is he?
No.
Okay.
No, he's gone.
He's gone?
Yeah, he popped round to the hospital to say goodbye to Gail, and then he came back here for his stuff. He said he was sorry that things didn't work out the way you wanted, but he thought the best thing to do was sling his hook. Oh, he said to say goodbye for him.
And you let him just walk out of here? Out of Gail's life?
What could I do?
Well, you could have thought of something off, surely.
Well, to what purpose? She's not going to marry him. She's made that very, very clear.
Look, I'm telling you, when she gets out of that hospital, when she sees what the future holds for a single girl with 2 kiddies.
I'm sorry, Audrey, but he's gone, and that's an end of it. And I, for one, think it's for the best. I mean, Gail's got to live her own life and make her own decisions. Now, I'm all for being supportive and being here if she needs help. But take it from me, the more you try to run a life for her, the more she's going to resent it.
Yeah, and that's me by the pool. Well, at least it's the bottom half of me.
All right, I know. I know Patrick Litchfield.
Oh, well, it certainly beats the red wreck, that's for sure.
Well, I won't argue with that. We should do it more often, you know.
It's not that easy, is it?
You want to do it while you've got the chance. You won't have the opportunity to go off gallivanting once you start a family.
Keep talking, dearie.
Yeah, we do want to start a family, but I'd like to get my business off the ground first.
Oh, the way you're going about it, that looks like being sooner rather than later.
You should be proud of your daughter, you know. She got this business off the ground without any help from anybody. Me? Anybody?
Oh, I'm not denying her success. But I would question her methods.
Now, Ken.
Now, go on. I want to hear what he's got to say.
I'm saying there are more ways than one of running a business.
True. There's your way, and there's my way.
Exactly.
I think we've been through this before, Dad.
I believe you should grab your opportunities as they come along. And if the breaks don't come, you make them. Because believe you me, in this day and age, it's the difference between success and the receiver's office.
No matter who you trample on in the process.
Oh, I know how you feel about Susan using your paper, but no one got hurt, did they?
Oh, it didn't do me any good, I can tell you.
Ken, we didn't come here to discuss business, did we?
Just what I thought.
It seems a perfectly good topic of conversation to me. I'm interested in the kind of thinking that's influencing my daughter these days.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, if you're prepared to plod through life, scratching a living, well, that's fine, I won't knock it. It's just not everybody's way. I believe you've got to grab your opportunities with both hands.
Well, I may be plodding through life and scratching a living, as you put it. But at least I can sleep at night with a clear conscience.
I wasn't talking about you, specifically.
Would you like another drink, dear?
Thanks, love. That's a very good idea.
Mike?
I can take a hint. Funny weather we're having for this time of the year, isn't it?
Are you planning on stopping there all night?
Just having a quiet few minutes. How is he?
Fine. I've told him about his kilo party. Didn't seem too impressed. I've left him sat up tacking sequins on his party frock. An incredible hunk not been in tonight, then?
Sorry?
Your Australian friend?
No. He's gone.
Gone? Gone home?
To London. He's flying back in a couple of days. Well, there was no point in him stopping, was there? Not anymore.
Suppose it's your life, but lads like that don't fall off trees, you know.
No, I know.
So now it's you against the rest of the world.
That's right. Me, Nicky, and Sarah Louise.
Well, she might not have a dad, but all that matters right now is she's got a man. A man that's going to make it up to her for everything. We'll get by, won't we?
fancy.
You know what? I'm not surprised you've got backache. Out on the towels till all hours with your girlfriend, and then sleeping on this settee. You know what? If I carried on like you do, you'd hit the roof, the pair of you.
Shut up, can't you see I'm in agony?
It's no more than you deserve. Hey, and while I'm giving you a good talking to, are you still paying for that hotel room all the nights you've been sleeping on this settee?
Well, I don't suppose they're going to give me a refund.
Have you asked?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what? Nobody'd think you were out of work. Think you were made of money. Hey, why don't we get a place of our own instead of forking out for an hotel room?
Look, let me get a job first. That's the top priority, right?
Are we broke?
No, we're not broke exactly. I've still got a bit of money left over from Dubai. Mind you, it took a bit of a knock when I had to pay out for Rita's car.
Oh, Dad.
All right. It's forgotten, I'm just saying.
Well, if you're just saying, it's not forgotten, is it?
Well, it's forgiven then. Now get off to school and stop pestering me.
Hey, Dad, if Dubai was such a gold mine, then why don't you go back? I mean, they wanted you to, didn't they?
Yes, but there's more to life, Jenny, than digging for gold, you know.
Oh, you mean like...
I know.
What's all this, then? I've just been giving him a talking to. And you're included. Less of this gallivanting. You'll have an early night tonight, you know, and like it. You're too old for this game. You should leave late nights to them as can enjoy them.
Hey, she's right, you know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I could sleep on a clothesline.
Me too.
And I've got a day's work to do.
Still, it was worth it, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
Right, I'm off.
Where is it you going?
I told you 5 minutes ago.
Did you? Sorry, I wasn't concentrating.
Do you know, if they reported the outbreak of the next war on page 4, you'd never get to know about it. I'm going to the auction rooms. Oh, aye, you're going to chat up that bird, aren't you? What's her name? Karen? Well, one of us has to, and seems as though she's intelligent, that leaves me, doesn't it? And there's nothing wrong with getting on the right side of the auctioneer's daughter.
Well, just don't go mixing business with pleasure, all right?
Well, why don't you come with me? Keep an eye on me.
I can't. I'm meeting Charlie Smethurst.
Oh, aye. In which snooker hall?
I might have a couple of frames with him, yeah, while I'm chatting him up. His mother's just snuffed it, and I happen to know her house is crammed full of that Victorian junk you keep drooling over. So I can beat the rest of the vultures to it. I'll get the OK for you to go and cast your beady eye over it, all right?
Yeah, OK.
And in future, don't be so darned, what's the word?
Sceptical.
See, you know the word, so don't be it.
What exactly are you looking for, love?
Well, I thought I might give Mr. Roberts a couple of mags to take to Gail next time they go to hospital. I mean, she must be getting bored.
Oh, she's not short of magazines, though. I mean, order was in yesterday for a shipping order. They were for Gail, weren't they?
So she said. She's lucky having parents who look after her, isn't she? I know Gail's only got the one, but still.
I think she'd rather have a husband.
Yeah, I'm dead lucky in that respect. I've got a lovely husband.
And stick hold of him, love. Though knowing Kevin, I don't think he'll have much trouble there. And no boyfriends. I mean, look what happened to Gail. 1 minute she'd both, next husband had opted back to his mother, and boyfriend had gone off to Australia.
Yeah, I just hope the baby's all right.
Oh, well, from what I hear, she's doing very well.
Yeah, coming on a treat, Audrey said.
Oh, good. Well, tell you what, give us a box of them chocolate mints. Well, if she's out like me, she'll go mad over them.
The small box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this enough?
Well, yes, $1.49.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, you have to get change from this. I just want to part with it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Stick kettle on. Well, I'm doing my best to wake up, aren't I?
Look, it would look better if you got to bed at a decent hour instead of all this gadding about. And I think it's quite wrong of you to expect Alan to keep taking you out when he's out of work.
He's not out of work. He's between jobs. And don't go criticising my fella. I mean, at least he does know how to look after a lady, which is more than can be said of some, I could mention.
So does Derek, if that's who you're referring to. When it comes to entertaining, actually, he's very generous and very gallant.
He was, you mean?
No, I don't. I mean, he is.
Well, you're not still seeing him.
Occasionally, yes. Why not?
Why not? After the way he treated you. I know they say you always hurt the one you love, but by God, Mavis, he made a meal of it. He was a disaster.
Well, to you, maybe, but we're different, aren't we?
I sincerely hope so. I suppose you like banging your head against wall as well, don't you?
Anyway, if your precious Alan's so wonderful, why didn't you marry him when he asked you?
Why do you keep asking me the same question over and over again?
Because I haven't had a reasonable answer yet.
And you're not getting one this morning either. Go and put kettle on.
Where's the boss then today? Good question. God, isn't it women's on a road test?
But that's me, he's playing away with that bird of his again.
Playing away? He's divorced, isn't he?
Well, yeah, sort of. I made enough.
Is he still seeing that bird he brought round to your house that time?
Yeah.
What's she like?
You've seen her, haven't you? She's been in there a few times.
You get all sorts in here, don't you?
Hiya, lads. Hey,
Point is me, mum.
give us that £5 housekeeping, you owe me, and hurry up, because I'm not supposed to be here.
What for?
Look, 'cause I'm skinned, that's what for.
Well, you had money last night.
Yeah, and I spent over £4 of that on cleaning stuff, didn't I?
Cleaning stuff?
But will you give me the money on polish and dusters and that sort of cleaning stuff? Look, it might suit you and your dad, but I'm not having a house like a pigsty.
Could have got all that for you, the cash and carry.
Oh, could you? Well, I'd rather buy from him that comes to the door. Soaked at Skinny one this morning and all, while you were still asleep. You want to watch him, you know, it could be catching.
I hope not. I don't know.
Hiya.
Oh, hello. Skiving off work again, are you?
That's against me nature, lad. Mind you, I'll tell you what, there's sometimes I wish it wasn't. So I just had to go to some business in Manchester, you know, so I thought I'll pop this down to Mrs. Ogden. I called round garage, but you're all shut up.
Yeah, had to shut up shop early. Short staff, you know.
Oh, I guessed as much. Well, will you get these to her, then?
Get them to you with yourself. She's in.
I don't think I'd like to, because we had an argument, you know, we had a few words over that doctor fella, you know, and I'm not quite sure how things have turned out at the moment, so, well, if I had my cap with me, I'd go round and chuck it at lobbies, but I haven't got it. Yeah, do that for us.
Yeah.
Oh, Kev. Well, I'll tell you what else you can do, if you would. If you get a minute tonight, will you give us a ring and tell us how she took it?
Yeah, OK.
Thanks a lot.
Is your lady wife expecting you home for your dinner?
Yeah, why?
Never mind why, just get gone. He can stop where he is. He's now to go home from.
Well, tell him what he's missing.
Why me? I'm missing it myself.
I love setting Kevin's place and putting his knife and fork just right.
Yeah, well, so you keep it up. You insist on having all your meals at the table. You know, if my Stan had had his way, he'd have had breakfast, dinner and tea on his knees in front of the telly. That's where most of the food would have finished up and all, on his knees, especially if he was watching racing. Oh, I soon learnt my lesson.
Well, it's an occasion, isn't it? Watching each other enjoying your dinner and that.
Yeah, of course it is.
I'm home.
Oh, well,
Uncle Tom sent these. He was in a bit of a rush.
well, why didn't he come here?
What, after the going over you give him?
Well, he deserved it after what he said to Dr. Lowther. All the same, there was... Oh, hey. Look at this. Red salmon.
See, red salmon, and you got a rice front Lowther, seeing what he said to Doctor.
So, can we tell him you forgive him?
Send up red salmon if you don't.
Anything else? Oven gloves, what are them? Oh, them, yeah. Well, how much? Well, stick us a dozen in, I'll see how they go. All right, listen, how much does it all come to? Hey, that's not bad, that. Hey, listen, my oppo's back. I'll see you in 10 minutes, all right? Anything worth having at the auction rooms?
Not a thing.
No paintings? I thought you might have landed a couple by that short-sighted fella, Van Gogh.
And he wasn't short-sighted, he cut his ear off.
I know, that's why he was short-sighted, because he couldn't keep his specs on. Hey, how's about that then, Quasimodo? Brilliant man, and eat your ass out. Hey, where you going? Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Just keep the home fires burning, all right?
Yeah, all right, see ya.
Ironing board covers?
No mates today. No, they're out spending the money. Well, Ida is, you know. She's gone to that shop on Precinct that sells second-hand clothes. Couldn't so. Closing down, isn't it? Yeah, there's a sale on. Ida's after a coat, so she took Shirley with her to make sure she gets one. Do you know, Ida on her own, she never buys out, you know. She always says, well, I'll think about it. Walks out at the shop, never goes back.
I'm a bit the same myself. I mean, the cost of clothes these days, well, you've got to wait up, haven't you?
She'll tell her. Tell you what, what's going on? We're getting it in dribs and drabs, aren't we, Betty? What we need is somebody in the know to put it together for us.
Is it right that Brian hasn't been to see the baby yet?
And what about this Australian lad hopping it back to kangaroos? Where's he fit in?
Ah, well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? Oh, now, come on, Vera. You're not going to tell us that Ivy's told you that. She must have told you something.
Well, of course she has. I'm a best mate, aren't I? Well, come on then, Vera. Put us out of our misery. Do jigsaw for us. Look what Ivy told me. We're in confidence. I'm a best mate, aren't I? I'm not going to go blabbing on her. You understand, don't you? Of course we do, Vera. You know now. Look, I know plenty, but it's not for a big now. That, Vera, is what they call a contradiction in terms. What? I shall report you to Rita.
We've been tumbled, Emily. Next stop news of the world.
Oh, dear. You can't be too careful, can you?
By gum, you're hard face, you aren't you? Look at you standing there as if butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
Mind you, I think it's best it's out in the open, don't you? What are you going to have?
Oh, it's very nice. I'll have sweet sherry, please. Thank you.
You want to watch her? She was enjoying that.
A sweet sherry and a pint of bitter, please. Has Rita been in?
Not so far, according to Mavis. Every time she leaned on counter, she nodded off.
Oh.
And you overstayed your welcome, didn't you? 9 o'clock in the morning's no time to be coming out of a lady's house.
Take no notice of her. She's too nosy for her own good.
I slept on the sofa.
Ah, well. We believe you, love. Mind you believe out round here, you know. Let me know if you get all out of him. Same goes with Ivy, kid. We'll do a swap.
Right. See? It's not just you. I mean, if you're not being talked about in this pub, love, you're not worth serving.
Oi, Curly! Give me the hand, will you? There's a couple of boxes in the van. What is it? It's cash, innit? It's money in the bank. Or at least it will be once I've got it sorted. Now, come on, stop your whinging and get those boxes. Whoa. Where'd you get this lot? Big Sharp Specials. Sale or return. Oh, why? And what we're going to do with them? We're going to sell it, aren't we? And then we're going to sell more and more and more.
Oh, come on, Terry.
Listen, this morning, my man forked out nearly £5 for this sort of rubbish to a lad that come to the door. He was soaking wet, she said. She felt sorry for him, she said. So, starting this morning, we are going on a knocker on the new estate, preferably soaking wet, and we're going to make our fortune.
Not with this.
Listen, because I'll tell you, if my man can feel sorry for this geezer to the tune of £5, we're going to get ourselves flaming adopted, mate. Selling on the doorstep. Come on, tell me. Well, I'm not sure that you don't need a licence or something.
Do you heckers like need a licence?
All you need is a bit of get up and go, so get up and get round the back of that van and fill the box up with Mick Sharp Specials. So. I can see I'm going to enjoy this.
Hey, we don't want one of them games either.
Get out the van and shut up. Oi! Sunshine! Is your mum in?
No, she's got to work. My dad's in, he's on dole.
Oh, is he? Very interesting, that. And where do you live?
Round corner, number 4. Do you want me to show you?
No, thanks. Have a nice day.
Yeah, all right.
Right. Can't wait, can you? Come on.
Hi.
Hello, love.
How are you? You know, if I'd had any sense, I'd have gone out the back way this morning. They've all had a go at me down at the Rovers. Have you had any trouble?
Well, she's tried to get 1 or 2 digs in, but, I mean, that's par for the course. It doesn't bother you, does it?
No, it doesn't bother me, but I met Emily going in and I bought her a drink. And I think she was a bit bothered.
Emily? Been taken in a pub by a scarlet fella? She'd love it.
That's what Bet said.
Did she? Look, why don't we give them something they can really get their teeth into? Why don't you move in properly tonight? Pay off your hotel.
What?
Well,
Hello.
Oh, love.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, that's very kind, thank
You
you.
don't take sugar, do you?
Oh, yes, I do. 1 spoon.
Oh, who am I thinking? Oh, I must be thinking of Derek.
Audible.
Dad.
I say sweet enough, Derek.
Oh, I'll get the sugar.
Are you serious?
Why not? Well, we don't want to make any mistakes, do we? Let's give it a try.
Here we are. Oh, it must be very boring for you, just being at a loose end. Well, after leading such an active life.
Yes. Yes, well, it can get a bit like that, yeah.
Is there anything exciting on the horizon?
Well, it could be, yes.
Oh.
Could well be.
Here we go. Move over, Mr. Getty.
Yes?
Ah, good morning, Mrs.
Not better.
Yes, Ledbetter. Is your husband in by any chance?
Oh, no, he's out at work.
Ah, work. Did you hear that, Norman? The good lady's husband's out at work. Simple words, them. A commonplace to the lucky few who's got jobs, but an unobtainable ambition to such as me and my mate who's less fortunate.
Wouldn't your grandma love to say to someone who come knocking for you, I'm sorry, he's out at work? Make an old lady very happy, that would. Yeah, we could have got jobs at the foundry, but, well, what with his perforated eardrum, you can't ditch your mate, can you?
No.
No, but I digress, madam. Let me explain. We'd like to speak to the both of you because, well, you see, we think that husband and wife should make these decisions together. And you know how it is nowadays. You get some pretty dodgy characters knocking on your door. And you want the man of the house around to make sure that no shady goes down, don't you?
Well, like I say, he's not in.
Of course he isn't. He's working. Anyway, you're safe enough with us. And I'll tell you why. Because we do not hold with what is going on today. All this violence and scrounging. We might be out of jobs, but we are not going to be burdens on society. He'll tell you, won't you, Norman? I mean, why should we take handouts from what your husband pays in taxes? So I'll tell you what we are doing. We are bringing to your door the very finest selection of cleaning items in the north of England, madam. Yes? Tea towels, dusters, polishes. Now, come on, feel that. Look at that. Now, never mind the width. Feel the quality.
It's very nice. But I get mine down the supermarket.
Let's go, Sherry. Hang on. Yes. And the bet. By the time you've carried it all home, your arms are aching something rotten, am I right?
Well,
Yeah, now why suffer? I mean, they should charge you less for making you carry it home, but do they? They do not, no. And I'll tell you something else. Every item in that box is a copper or two cheaper than you pay down at the supermarket. And being the efficient housewife that you obviously are, you know how the coppers mount up. Look, you're our first customer, right, Norman?
Yeah, right.
So, take this top quality ironing board cover with our very best wishes, and thanks again for sparing us so much of your valuable time.
Go on, then. I could do with a bit of furniture polish.
There you go, madam. Help yourself, hang on a minute. And Aladdin's cave at your disposal. All good stuff.
Oh, I'll give this a going over when you're finished.
Oh, stick it on there, I'll do it.
No, you won't. I'll do it.
Oh, all right, suit yourself.
Are you baking?
Yeah, steak and kidney pie. You like it, don't you?
Yeah, too much, that's the trouble. A couple more helpings of your pie and this won't go near me.
I've put one in for your Uncle Tom and all.
Oh, he'll appreciate that.
Yes, well, perhaps I was a bit hard on him, although he shouldn't have said what he did to Dr. Lowther.
Yeah, well, Kev says he's ever so sorry.
Yes, well, you can't bear grudges forever. And I wouldn't want to see him out of sorts with you, so it's for your sake, really.
Yeah, I know.
That you, love?
Yeah.
Oh, come and sit down for a minute before you go upstairs.
What have I done now?
Nothing. It's what me and your dad are going to be doing.
Are you not getting married, are you?
No, love, we're not. But we're going to be given the modern equivalent a try.
You little devils.
Hey, now, Jenny, come on. We've given this a lot of
When's he
serious
moving
thought. Well, I told him tonight. Now, how do you feel about that? And it seems silly paying hotel bills, doesn't it?
That's exactly what I've been telling him. And there'll be no more sleeping on the settee, I take it?
No. Okay.
Yeah, fine. I don't know how I'll explain it at school, though. I mean, some of my pals are a bit old-fashioned. But as long as you know what you're doing,
I'm sure we do.
that's all that matters then. Tell you what, I could murder a cup of tea.
Right. You shall have one.
No bingo tonight? Yeah, it's a big night tonight. I'm going in 5 minutes. Oh. No, Ivy. Ivy, you won't get her near a bingo. What state she's in? You know, it's like when they get religion.
I've never had that myself.
Oh, it's a mortal sin. You can't enjoy yourself unless everybody else is. And their Brian's as miserable as sin. She's down in dumps with him. Hey, did you get out of Rita Fairclough's boyfriend at dinner time?
Couple of quid for drinks. Did you get out of Ivy?
Look, I've told you, I know all I need to know. Only I'm not going to go blabbing it to all and sundry.
Suit yourself.
Hey, do you fancy bingo tonight then, Hilda? It's Golden Star night.
Oh, yeah, go on, I'll have 2 penneth with you. When are you going?
Well, I'm ready now.
Oh, well, give us a chance. I've only just poured me drink.
All right, love. Flipping heck, I must be hard up.
Coming down in world, aren't you, bingoing with that one?
Yeah, well, she's better than Nout. And I was giving myself a night out tonight anyway.
Yeah, I noticed she'd taken your curlers out.
Look who we've brought. Oh, hello.
I just had to come and thank you personally for that pie. It was succulent. There's no other word for it. Succulent.
Well, thank you for the veg. You keep loading us up like that, I'll have to get a bigger house.
Well, get a metting. Now, what are you going to have to drink?
Oh, well, I've just got one. Vera, can we make it another night?
Yeah, all right. Well, she can't get many chances, can she?
Oh, good luck to her.
Thanks.
I didn't know you. I'm sorry, love. I didn't know you'd made arrangements. If you've got to get off, don't worry about me.
Oh, no, it's only bingo. I can go there any time.
Oh, well, come and sit down then.
Yeah, I'll get these, Uncle Top, will you? Yeah, you've always got your hand in your pocket, you.
Oh, Tar.
She played the lager.
Now then. How are you then?
Well, fine, thanks. It's a surprise to see you.
Well, if there's one thing I'm full of, it's surprises, am I right?
He's right, he's full of surprises.
Aye, and I've got a few lined up for you and all. One in particular.
Oh, what is it?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? It's going to take a day or two to work out, but drink your drink, bide your time, and in due course, all will be revealed.
Oh, that's not fair. You won't sleep tonight, will you?
No, I won't.
Mavis, get yourself over here. Betty, sweet sherry for Mavis.
Okay.
No, put your money away, love. Now, what's happening in the Fairclough household?
Oh, I see. Bribery and corruption. Well, nothing's happening. Rita's a very circumspect lady. So if it's scandal you're looking for, well, I'd strongly advise you to look in another direction.
63, then.
It's exciting, isn't it?
He's got to get the blood.
14. What we're watching? What did you think?
2 pints, please, Bet. And Chuck is over him. You're not getting me at them games, Terry. Would have made his granny very happy. Could have got jobs at the foundry. And where the hell did he get my perforated eardrum from?
Don't ask me, it's your perforated eardrum, isn't it?
listen.
Just shut it and listen. Now feel in your pocket. 5 crisp fivers, right? And the same in mine. That is 50 quid clear profit in half a day with one of us selling. Now just think what we'd have earned if there was both of us at it in a full day.
Yeah, but I can't tell tales like you, Terry.
Well, make up some of your own then work out what we'd earn in a 5-day week, and then start dreaming how you're going to spend it at the weekend. Thanks very much, Bet. Cheers. The good times are coming, Curly. Drink to them.
6. Right, I'm off. The suspense is killing me. Do you want this on?
No, not for me, love. Do, love?
Oh, no.
Right then. I'm off to bed. Night night.
Night, love.
Right, love.
Sleep tight.
You know, I still don't believe all this.
Well, I'm not finding it exactly easy, you know. Still, we know what we're doing.
What about
Oh, don't worry about her. She's light years ahead of us.
people will talk, you know?
Let them.
Ah, you say that now, Rita. Are you sure, love?
Just turn all the lights off before you come up.
So, our first day together. Who said it wouldn't last? How do you feel?
Marvellous.
No regrets?
Don't be silly. I feel great. Except I'm gagging for a cup of tea.
Right, well, I'll go and put the kettle on then.
Go on then. Spoil me. Anyway, how's yourself?
I feel great at all. The only thing bothering me is having to face Jenny. She's going to have a whale of a time, you know, trying to embarrass us.
Well, that's just her way of showing her approval. Anyway, it's good practice for what everybody else will say when they find out.
Yeah, but I blush very easily, and it's very undignified at my age.
Daft thing. Where is she anyway? I mean, she's normally doing her impression of a herd of elephants at this hour. Hey, what's this? Hello, young lovers.
Oh, I knew it.
Got to dash off and finish my papers early so I can call for Trish and her dishy little brother. You know what this means, don't you?
Yeah, she's making us sweat.
No, she's feeling nervous about meeting us this morning as well. Oh, heck. I meant to tell her not to say anything to Mavis.
Ah, I thought I asked you to do your making up upstairs.
Can I with Kev jostling me?
Hey, talking of making it up, I'm ever so glad you made it up with my Uncle Tom.
Oh, well, so am I. Can't bear bad feeling. I've never been one for sour grapes. You don't get sour grapes off me Uncle Tom, will she, Kev?
Oh, no, nothing but the best, eh? I reckon he's got glad eye and no mistake.
Yes, so do I. I beg your pardon.
Well, all this fruit. We're not going to get scurvy round here, are we?
You wouldn't have got scurvy anyway. My meals might be plain, but they've always been perfectly balanced. You'd only to look at my stand to see that.
Oh, absolutely, no. But I mean, don't you reckon all this fruit is, it's like a token of love, you know? The greengrocer in love, eh, Sal?
Hey, now that's quite enough of that, thank you very much. I know your generation's different, but, well, my lot's never been keen on bandying that word about. Love is something that comes once in a lifetime, if you're lucky, and lasts a long while, if you're luckier.
I was only joking, Mrs. O.
Yes, well, it's no joking matter, Kevin. I mean, what's between me and Sally's Uncle Tom is friendship, which is also very rare and precious and very nice. But it's not love, is it, Eck? And I don't want you to inferring it is.
I was only teasing you.
I'm very glad to hear it.
I wasn't. I reckon he fancies you something rotten.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, madam, indeed. Would you be interested in purchasing any of these high-quality household equipment? A big smile. Tea cloths, polishers, and dusters. As you ponder, perhaps I should say a little bit about myself. Far from being your ordinary door-to-door salesman, I am, in fact, working my way through an open university course in nuclear physics. Enormous smile turning to trouble look. But alas, this does not entitle me to government support. On the contrary, I am very much persecuted against. Therefore, these humble dusters, polishes and bottles of window sheen represent a humble man's attempt, last-ditch attempt to better himself in a very hostile world.
What are you on about, you great bird?
Oh, come on, Teddy, how long have you been there?
Long enough to be worrying about your sanity, mate. Yeah, give us this and stick it in your bin.
Oh, come on, I've been working on that all morning.
Listen, forget it. This is the attitude you have to adopt, right, to the business of door-to-door selling. We are providing a service to the city, to the people that cannot get out to the shops. Like the invalids and the grandmothers and the moms with young children. We descend like angels bearing their daily household requirements.
If you say so.
I do say so. So we go out there and we sell hard.
Hard.
We are magnificent, ruthless, and confident.
Are we?
Yes, we are. But at the slightest whiff of a refusal, you tell them that you're on the dole and you can't afford the medicine for your sick granny.
Oh, come on, Terry. I've told you I'm not into lying.
Well, it's nearer the truth than that open university rubbish, isn't it? Besides, we are worse off than people on the dole. I mean, we're drawing now. We've got all these overheads. We've got the van, the yard.
Come on,
everything.
Terry. How can you say we're worse off than people on the dole, eh? Dole people's got nothing. We've got this business. We've got hope. They've got nothing. Just one miserable day following another one. It's totally immoral, Terry.
Let's sell dishcloths, Curly. Swing those arms,
sell
stretch those
dishcloths.
legs.
So, Jenny never said out?
Oh, you're badgering me now. I don't like to break a confidence.
Confidence? So she did say something?
It might not have been said in confidence.
Was it about me and Alan?
No, it was about a friend Trish's little brother. She just confided in me that it was a big brother, really. There now, I hope you're satisfied. Anyway, what about you and Alan? Is there something I should know? Something that Jenny should have told me?
Well, I might as well tell you now I've dropped myself in it. I was going to tell you anyway.
Is it good news,
Well,
Rita?
I think so.
Oh, Rita.
The thing is, as of last night, me and Alan are living together.
Oh,
Are you pleased?
oh, no, I'm not. Oh, you're not. Oh, Rita, what a shock. I'd never have thought it of you.
Oh, no.
What do you mean living together as man and wife? Oh, it's not nice, Rita.
Hey, now listen, you better congratulate me, Sharpish, otherwise I shall be hurt.
Well, what about your reputation?
It'll do my reputation as a hot-blooded woman now, but good.
Oh, well, now you're just being facetious. I mean, have you thought what people are going to say?
Well, if they're out like you, they'll say a heck of a lot, but they can say what they like. We're sure we know what we're doing, and we're very happy in case you're interested, and that's all there is to it.
Well, have you considered that poor child?
Poor child? She'll be living with people that she loves. Two people she can twist round her little finger. There is naught poor about that child.
I'm just pointing out
what's all this, eh? Pair of you gassing away like the clappers. Got hold of a juicy bit of scandal, have you?
Scandal? No, there's no scandal around here, is there?
No, it's been dead quiet for weeks, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Very quiet. Well, excuse me, I'm just...
Deadly quiet. So were you? Are you still missing Gilroy?
Oh, I like old Lint's head. Give us my boot, love, if it's in. I want to get my feet up after dinner.
There you are, love. I'll put it on your bill.
Ta. I'm missing something and I don't know where it is. But it's not something you're missing by the look of you. Ta-ra, Rita.
Try, Bet.
Oh, she knows, Rita, she suspects. Why didn't you just take the chance and make a clean breast of it?
It would have looked as if I were bragging, wouldn't it?
Bragging? Oh, honestly.
Hey, now, look. You put a sock in it. If you can't wish us well, just be quiet.
No. It's my duty as your friend.
Oh, some friend.
To point out that a relationship like this should be solemnised by marriage.
Yes, I've seen a lot of people solemnised by marriage, turned to stone more like.
And you're old enough to know better.
Yes, I am. I'm old enough to know that marriage for appearance's sake is nothing but hypocritical nonsense.
Well...
Hey! What do you think this is? I would succeed in business without really trying. Why aren't you out flogging?
I can't face it, Terry. Door after door slammed in me face. I'm shattered. I'm getting a complex. I can't do it, Patter, for stammering.
Pull yourself together, you big fairy.
It's so humiliating and depressing.
Haven't you made us out?
Well, yeah, 50p. But I put that in. I dropped me box and a tin of polish rolled down a grid.
Brilliant.
Hey, one nice thing happened, though. An old lady invited me in for a cup of tea and a biscuit. I think she needed the company. How's it going for you?
Couldn't be better. I'm coining it in. I'm sticking to the plan, you see, the dole angle. It's working a treat.
Oh, well, never mind. At least I'll have me nervous breakdown with a clear conscience. Can we go home now?
Cobblers, fasten your seatbelt and get your head together. We're off to Whitefield. It's a far more upmarket area, and you never know, you might even find yourself flavour of the month up there.
Yeah, might have.
This time, put your back into it. All right! You always move!
How's Gail's little Sarah progressing, have you heard?
Me, have I, Eckers?
I thought were you palling on with Ivy, like?
Ivy clams up, so as you mentioned subject.
Oh, well, they've had a lot of upset, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's made her dead snooty and all, if you want my opinion. And it's all on account of their Brian, you know, refusing to see Kiddie. I think it's a shame.
How do you know he's done that?
Well, I asked him, point blank.
Oh, I say. That wasn't so tactful, was it?
Look, don't you start being snooty and all. I've been tapped itself, me. Otherwise, they'd have given me a piece of my mind where they've treated me.
Well, what's your grumble?
But I want to see it, Kiddie, don't. I bought a rattle, but I had an invite. They're that wrapped up in themselves, honestly. Hey, don't you think it's a shame, eh? It's dreadful. Your best friend's drank it in incubator and you don't even broach subjects.
Oh, is there any news about the baby?
In a word, no. A grapefruit juice, Emily?
Yes, please, and a chicken salad sandwich.
OK, go.
Norman and Terry seem very busy these days.
Well, Terry is. But after this, there's Norman couldn't sell to save his life.
Sell? What are they doing exactly?
Well, they're selling door to door. Hawking.
Norman selling door to door?
Yeah, to save the business. And it were all after his idea and all.
It would be.
Oh, it would be, would it? Would it? Do you know there's snootiness everywhere you go?
What's the matter with Vera?
If you could answer that, love, you get an honours degree.
Now then, Ronald, it's time you and me had a little chat. And don't worry, it's not because you were making eyes at Mr. Duckworth's pigeons or rummaging in Mr. Roberts' chicken carcass. That's my fault for forgetting your food. Not even for terrorising Mrs. Barry's toy poodle. Just make sure he hasn't got a pal that's a bulldog, that's all. No, I just wish you'd wipe your feet before you come in. I mean, I've got enough to do without mopping up your muddy paw marks every 5 minutes.
Hilda?
Oh, Tom, you did give me a fright.
I'm not imposing myself, am I?
No, Hayek. I was just having a chat with Rommel.
You'll have MI5 after you're talking like that.
What, for talking to the cat?
Rommel,
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, what can I do for you?
I wondered if you could use those spuds up. They're not looking so saleable, but a nice little bit of scraping, you know, they'll boil up a treat.
Oh, you don't have to keep fetching stuff, Tom.
I know I don't. And here's a few flowers. Now, there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh, they're lovely.
Hey, Elder, put kettle on.
Oh.
I've got a proposition to put to you.
What sort of proposition?
I'm saying now till I get my hands on a nice hot beaker of tea.
Oh, all right then. Won't be a minute.
Rommel, I've got a bone to pick with you. About all them tanks in desert.
Curly, can't put a foot wrong today. I've just sold half a dozen tea towels to a woman and a chippy. She's just about to send the girl down to Woolies. Here, have a free chip. No, thanks, I'm not hungry. I feel sick. What, still no joy?
Joy? I have never been so miserable in all my life. I mean, one couple invited me in, I thought I'd cracked it. But they just sat there, drinking whiskey and laughing at me patter.
Well, it's your own fault, mate. You won't listen, I've told you the ropes.
Yeah, and I've told you I'm not into lying.
Well, you are, I mean, your Open University thing's just as much a lie as my dough lie.
Yeah, but it's an easier lie to tell. It's a white lie.
It's a lie that doesn't work, and mine does, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because when you tell people that you are studying nuclear physics, it sounds weird, makes them suspicious. You're playing up to the old image of the door-to-door salesman as an out-and-out nutter. Tell them that you're down and out, and they'll be sympathetic. They'll think you're enterprising, they'll believe you, they'll think you're on the level.
Yeah, but I won't be.
What does it matter if they know you are?
Oh, but Teddy, why should we lie, eh? Why should we have to?
Oh, come on, Curly, you sound as if you just got out of the pram. Just look out there, eh? It's all lies, eh? I mean, look at telly, look at politics. It's all cobblers. I mean, why are we having to do this in the first place, eh? I mean, why aren't we in some penthouse playing strip poker with some dead eager young heiress? Because the lies in high places keeping blokes like us down under, mate.
Yeah, but two lies don't make a truth.
Sure, but they might stop a grumbling tumult or stop a leaking roof or drum up a bit of business.
Yeah, all right, I understand that,
Listen,
Terry,
all we're after is a way of getting around to making people believe that they need what we're selling. It's a sales technique to make them more kindly disposed towards us. Eh? I mean it diffuses a doorstep confrontation, doesn't it? So pick a lie that does the job, and it's not even a lie, really, is it?
You know, I've never really thought of it like that before. That's quite radical, quite revolutionary.
Give it a try, eh? Trust your Uncle Terry.
Yeah, right. Give some chips.
Just put it, lad. Come on.
What, me and you? A week in rail?
Well, why ever not? It'll be cheap in May, off-season, and we pal on champion.
Well, yes, I like your company, as I'm sure you know.
Well, of course I know, otherwise I wouldn't have asked you.
But I never thought of this. I mean, weeks in rail. Friendship's all I want.
Well, what do you call this? Standoffishness?
Oh, no. No, but it's more than friendship, Tom, now admit it.
All right, I admit it.
You do? Oh, here, now, slow down a bit.
Listen, it's a bit of companionship.
Companionship? And what do you mean by that?
I mean companionship. What do you think I've got in my mind? Hanky-panky? It's going to be me and you and 40-odd pensioners, woman.
Is it?
Yeah, me local over 60s is organising it, and there's a few spare places, so they said I could bring a guest.
Oh, well, I feel right embarrassed now.
And so you should. What must you think of me, eh? Listen, it's going to be tea and toast, walks on prom, not sex and drugs and rock and roll. You bugger, I better be getting myself off. Mr. and Mrs. Stockley wanted the dinners.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, Tom, but, well, it's just that this morning Kevin and Sally were teasing me and saying as how you had your eye on me and...
Cheeky little beggars.
Yes, well, I suppose it put me on my guard a bit.
I see. No, Hilda, I like you, and I thought perhaps you'd like a week of sea air.
Well, I would.
Good. I'd probably be chucking it down anyway.
Well, I would, really.
Well, then you shall.
Right, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Oh.
I'll see you.
Yes.
It was early tonight, aren't you?
Well, maybe sort of locked up for me, you know.
Ta-da!
Hey, you have been busy.
Well, I thought I'd do a bit of housework. Keep me occupied, you know.
Well, there's not for me to do.
Yes, there is. Sit down. I'll bring the tea in.
I'm impressed. Does that mean you're going to chuck everything up and become a house husband?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, housework's all right now and again, but I think the novelty would soon wear off. Not that I'm expecting you to do everything, of course.
Oh, me neither.
We'll 50-50 it.
Until such time as we can 33 and a third it, eh?
Yeah. I'll say this, though, for housework. Gets the old brain working. I had a brilliant idea for a job this afternoon. I've been in touch with an old associate of mine, and, well, it's something that may work out, if he likes the idea.
Good. Well, I'm glad you've had such a creative afternoon.
How has your day been? Folk been pointing the finger of scorn at you, have they?
Oh, no. Jungle Drums haven't got hold of it yet. Bit of bother when I told Mavis, though. She was a bit shocked. Well, to be honest, it was more like rigor mortis setting in. Her chin dropped at counter. She had to go for a lie down this afternoon with a cold compress.
Oh, Derek's back, is he? Hey, come on.
Come on, where?
I want to show you how I've tidied up the bedroom.
Hey, you. Jenny'll just be finishing her paper round.
Well, I'll have a cup of tea then, instead.
In the meantime.
Well, Hilda Ogden said she saw him coming out of there again this morning. I thought he was staying in a hotel. What a flipping tale.
Well, his daughter lives there, doesn't she?
Well, I suppose if Rita's mother ain't daughter, there's no reason why she shouldn't be wifing him, I suppose.
Oh, really?
Well, it's been there all day today. I heard that going this morning, and he were out cleaning windows this afternoon. Well, I mean, a bloke don't clean windows for the love of it, you know, I can tell you that for now. A bloke don't get up off his behind, unless there's something to be got from it.
What are you inferring, you?
Oh, you're here, are you? Well, I'm not inferring, no, me. I don't go around inferring. Ta-ra,
No, you don't, do you? You just open your big gob and let it all come pouring out. Well, it's none of your business what Rita and my dad get up to.
Well, isn't it low sort of neighbourhood, kid?
How can anybody lower the tone of a neighbourhood that you live in?
Well, you cheeky little madam.
No, I'm not cheeky, you are. Poking your nose into everybody else's business. Well, you're only jealous because nothing exciting ever happens to you.
Oh, so that's it, is it? Do you know it's as plain as day? So something exciting is happening, is it? Thanks for telling me, love.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
What are you all dearing about?
Scandal now that she's got hold of it.
Scandal?
Well, they are cohabiting, aren't
Do you mean
they?
shacking up together?
Oh,
well, yeah, it is 1987, isn't it, Mavis? And it's not as if they've had the happiest experience of marriage, is it? I mean, my dad and mum hated each other, and Rita's Len got killed. So you can hardly blame them for wanting to try it out first. Do you know what, Mavis? You are years out of date. Talking of which, most of these records went out in the 70s. I've got really wide tastes and I can't find a single thing I want to buy.
Here you go. Brew's ready.
Sir, pal.
Right. What's the readout?
Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, mate, but due to my late burst of success, I've pipped you at the post. 102 to me, 93 to you.
195 quid in a day. Put it there, pal.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, we're all into profit now.
No, what an asset that mug of yours is, you know. The Richard Branson grin in reverse, the curly sulk. I can just see it now on billboards up and down the country, selling records and flights to New York. The incredible sulk.
You taking a mickey?
Am I ick?
But I tell you something, I'm glad I got you to ditch that university patter and stop smiling at people. You were scaring half the life out of them.
Hello. I've just popped in to bring your boots back.
Whoopee.
Well, don't you want me to show you what I've done?
Yeah, I do, Mrs. Bishop.
Where on earth's all that come from?
We've been door to door selling. Very enterprising move, eh? We've made nearly 200 quid.
My word. It's going to be very hard to account, though, isn't it? Bits of cash flying in from all directions.
It's going to be nearly impossible, I'd say. What a shame. Still, I mean, we've got to make the dosh wherever we can. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, can they?
No, I suppose not.
Hey, but it's great fun, though, Mrs. Bishop. We're like a mobile library. Saints on wheels, eh, Terry? Swooping down and brightening up the neighbourhood with our doorstep badinage.
Well, I heard from Mrs. Duckworth that you were having a dreadful time, Norman.
He was this morning. Near suicidal, weren't you, Norm? Then he started listening to me.
Yeah, I made over 100 quid this afternoon. That's more than he made all day.
All right, big head.
How on earth did you manage that?
Well, it's business technique, isn't it, Terry?
Or, lying, as it's commonly known.
Terry?
Lying? Have you been lying, Norman?
Only to engage folks' sympathies, Mrs.
What
Bishop.
exactly have you been saying?
Well, only that I'm on the dole and I can't afford the medicine for my sick granny, that's all. Oh, Mrs. Bishop, don't take it like that.
Bye, Emily. Mind how you go now.
What did you have to go and tell her that for?
It's a laugh, innit?
Well, I mean, Hilda can say what she likes. I think they're a perfect match. And now with this real trip, they're all set, aren't they? Hey, a couple of romantic donkey rides, a candy floss, a toffee apple and bingo.
Could be.
What's up?
I don't think we should tease Hilda like we do. I mean, she's a very sensitive person. I mean, we could spoil everything by talking out of turn, you know. Mrs. O, what you having?
A latte, please, love.
Hey, have you heard what she said to me then? Has she told you? Told me what? Who? That cheap little cat, Jenny. How could anybody lower the tone of the neighbourhood? That's what she said to me. Decibels again, Vera. Yeah, well, I'd give her a good crack if she were mine. Still, what do you expect, with the example she's been set?
Just a minute, Vera. Jenny wouldn't come out with a thing like that out of the blue. Are you quite sure you didn't give her cause?
Of course I'm sure. All I were having was a bit of a joke with Mavis about my lad away.
Oh, and lowering the tone of the neighbourhood just came out, did it? What sort of a joke is that?
Look, I was just making a few inquiries. I was just speculating in a neighbourly fashion about you and him.
Really? Well, I think we can put an end to speculation of this kind, don't you?
I think so.
Right. As of last night, me and Alan set up home together at number 7.
Ha! Flipping you it.
Well.
Same again, please, Bet.
Hey, I'll tell you something else what's new and all.
Uncle Tom's got the question.
New? No, I've just seen Audrey Roberts, and she says that Gail and little Sarah are coming home tomorrow.
Great! Have you seen kidding now?
That's it.
Smashing. I think we got away with murder.
I think we do. Right, we'll have a round to wet the baby's head then, shall we?
Oh, thanks very much.
Fuel buying? Flipping heck, love. What are you trying to do? You're trying to rot the few remaining teeth I've got left in my poor old noddle?
Oh, sorry, love. I must have sugared it twice.
It's all right, I'll let you off. Hey, it's not every day you're going out of hospital to bring your one and only granddaughter home, though, is it?
Listen, thanks for letting them stop with us for a bit, Alf. You're a darling.
Hey, don't thank me. If it wasn't for that, I'd see nothing of my wife for the next couple of weeks, right?
Well, she's going to have her hands full, that's for sure. I mean, a new baby's one body's work. Funny, you know, I was never that maternal with me own, but this one I can't wait. Oh, all tiny and L+. Do you remember the way they snuggle up and the way they smell? Look, when they've had a bath and been powdered crate egg. Oh! Morning. You're an early bird.
I'm just on my way to work.
Hello, love.
Hello. Do you happen to know when they'll be home yet, then?
No, I've got to call the hospital at 10.
Only I'm sure Mr. Bowman will give me an hour off.
No necessity, Ivy. She won't want us going more banded, will she?
Oh, it's just I thought you might need a bit of help, you know, carrying stuff.
Well, listen, I'm not going either, you know. I mean, they're going in a taxi. I mean, they don't want rattling around in my old car, do they?
No, I dare say you're right. Anyway, I'll get off. I'll call around later to see if there's anything I can do.
That's very good of you, Ivy.
It's not good of me at all, Audrey. After all, I am that Babby's... Well, as far as I'm concerned, Gail is still family.
This here is a tea towel, and this here is an oven glove. So what is the problem?
They don't match.
They flaming do. They both got little itsy bitsy flowers on them, don't they? Yeah, but they're different colours. So pardon me. So one is pink and one is yellow. So sue me.
Yeah, but we're flogging them as colour coordinated. Women are very fussy about these things. I mean, I had one yesterday. She's just had a new fitted kitchen, all done out with pine with primrose working surfaces. No way does she want a bright pink oven glove.
Listen, I am going to give you a bright pink conch if you don't stop being so obstructive.
Look, it's just negative feedback, isn't it? It's basic market research.
So turn it into positive feedback. Try and convince them that pink and yellow is the latest in thing. Ow. Ow! Tell them Princess Di has pink and yellow. Tell them Fergie has pink and yellow.
Well, you're managing to flog some of this rubbish, are you?
We are when my oppo here remembers it's a door-to-door salesman and not a flaming interior designer.
Doing very well, thank you very much.
All right. What's this, then?
That is a food processor cover, and that's not very hygienic either.
My Bonte's very hygienic. I don't know your cover, what's it? So, you're not doing too bad, then?
No.
No, you're not doing too bad?
No, we do not need a third partner.
Did that suggestion pass my rosebud lips?
Didn't need to, Peter. I know that gleam comes into your eyes whenever you think you're going to get your greedy little snout into the trough.
Don't ever have any kids, Curly, because one day they'll break your heart.
Thanks, Mr. Duckworth. I remember that.
You do, son. And by the way, them don't match.
Well, how else should we have done it? Put an ad in the Times? Mrs. R. Fairclough and Mr. A. Bradley are pleased to announce they're now cohabiting at number 7 Coronation Street.
Well, it would have been a lot more dignified than making a public announcement in the robes.
Mavis, does it really matter, as long as they know?
We just want to get on with our lives now.
It's all we these days, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, every other phrase, it's we this and we that.
We are a team now, Mavis. That's the whole point. That I'm not on my own anymore. You know, I nearly forgot what it was like to have a man to turn to. Someone to give you advice and support, as well as affection. Alan's a lot like Len, you know, in that respect.
What sort of advice?
What sort? Well, what length should I wear my hems? Is it time I bought a new kettle? Should I flog this place and buy a massage parlour? You know, little things like that.
Is he intending to get involved in decisions about the business, then?
Very likely, Mavis. I mean, I can't live my life in two separate compartments, can I? You're my partner in the house, but keep your nose out of my shop. How long do you think we'd last at that rate?
See?
Hello, love.
I forgot to tell you. I won't be home for my tea tonight because I'm going to town with Elaine to the Central Library.
Right.
We'll get a pizza or something.
OK, love.
Hey, you remember when we went to buy my trainers? You
Yeah.
know that lad we saw?
Yeah.
He thought you were my mum. I told him you weren't, though. I said you were my dad's living lover.
Oh, Jenny, you didn't.
I did. He was dead impressed.
Phyllis says, can you change this for me?
Yeah.
Cheers. All right, John. How are things?
Terrific.
Not bad, no. Busy.
There we are.
Cheers.
Any idea when Gail will be back at work?
Not for a few weeks yet. She only comes out of hospital today. We're all right in the cafe, though. We've got this new girl. She's good.
Yeah, I've seen her. She looks a bit dopey to me.
Teddy? Hey, she's anything but.
Teddy? What kind of a name's that?
It's short for Edwina. I think it's cool.
Cool. It's positively juvenile. And she's dead titchy.
I think you better get back, otherwise Phyllis will be doing a war dance.
Yeah, her and Titchy Teddy.
See you, man.
Well, she is titchy.
And I thought you didn't care anymore.
Me? I couldn't care less who he fancies. Is there anything else, Mummy? Or can I get off to school now? See ya.
Sure. She's not a bad kid, you know, really.
I don't suppose it'll be that much different for Jenny, your new arrangements.
Oh, that's true, yeah. She's lived with Rita longer than I have.
Anyway, I wish you luck, the pair of you. She's a nice lady, Rita.
Yes, she is. She deserves a bit of happiness for a change.
My sentiments exactly.
Anyway, I see you helping with the chores. I dare say you've got a bit of time on your hands these days.
What do you mean with me being unemployed? Well, I don't mean to stay out of work very long, you know. I've pulled a few strokes in my time, but sponging off a woman's not one of them.
Oh, well, I wasn't implying you were.
No, of course you won't.
My love.
Ta-ra.
Oh, heck, Alf, you're a bit hard on the poor chap, weren't
was
you?
nothing of the sort.
Come on, Flower. I mean, it's a bit unfair to start off by assuming the worst. And from what I hear, he's not short of a bob or two of his own.
It's no concern of mine.
Alf, this is me, your old pal and fellow bacon slicer Deirdre. I know you've got a soft spot for Rita. Just because you got married doesn't mean to say you've got to stop looking out for her interests.
Well, happen you're right, madam. But unless you want to be my ex-fellow bacon slicer, don't let my wife hear you talking like that.
So what do you reckon to this new game of hard servers, then?
Well, he seems to be making a few, Bob. He was fishing for me to go in, but I had to tell him no.
Yeah, he bummed me a few quid last night, you know. He said, get yourself something nice.
How much?
Enough.
Well, why the long face, then?
Because it worries me, all these fly-by-night things. I'm a lot happier when he went to abattoir. He working regular hours then and bringing a regular wage home.
Yes, well, he wants more than that. He's ambitious, the lad.
Yeah, he's always impatient, always trying to cut corners. I wonder where it's going to get him, that's all.
Going to get him to be a richer man than his old man, that's for sure. Do you know, I only wish I'd have branched out on my own when I was in the full flush of youth.
Look, it'd be different if it were like Brian here, with a proper little business.
It is a proper little business. Why do all mothers want to run their sons' lives for them?
Because I want better for him. Better than I had. Oh, I wish you'd have a word with our Terry, Brian.
Terry's a grown man, Vera. And if I were you, I'd keep that out.
Charming. Thanks for all your help. You know what flipping day it is, Vera? Gail's coming home from hospital. It must have some effect on him.
Could I have a lemonade, please? And a portion of shepherd's pie, if it's on.
Hot pot today, love?
Oh, that's lovely. I've just seen Gail coming out of hospital, just getting out of the taxi. Oh, the baby's gorgeous. It's a right little doll. I mean, it just seems such a
Welcome home, lovey.
Oh, thanks, Alf.
I've got kettle on.
Oh, you're a gem. You were very good to me in the hospital, but it's great to be home.
Well, come on, don't just stand there talking. Now, come on, put your feet up. I've got the carry cat all aired and waiting for my little one, haven't I, precious, eh?
Let's have a look at her then. Ain't she a little belter?
Say hello to your Grandad Alfred, Sarah.
Grandad, how about that?
Now, come on, do you want to go straight upstairs and get her into bed and I'll fetch you some up?
Stop fussing, ma'am. I'm not an invalid.
You have just had a baby. You don't get much sleep in hospitals, I do remember that. So, all right, I'll make you a bite down here.
You just see to your husband, and I'll see to my daughter. She won't feeding in a minute.
Oh, who's daft enough to come calling 5 minutes after she's gotten back? Yes, of course, it's
No,
Brian.
ma'am. Whoever it is, it won't be him.
Hello, you wait till you see what we've got in here.
Oh, smashing! I didn't expect to see you till after school.
I thought I'd just pop him round, you know, seeing as this is dinner time. I can pop him back after. We don't want him feeling left out, do we?
Oh, it was very thoughtful of you, Ivy.
Can I take a peep?
I wouldn't get too close. She's a bit niffy. I'm just going to feed her.
Oh, ain't she lovely?
She's a living doll.
What do you think of your new sister, eh, Nicky? Do you think she's got bigger since she saw her in hospital?
No, it's next door the rabbit's bigger than that.
But she'll get bigger and bigger every day. You'd be surprised how quickly she'll grow.
Next to no time, she'll be round pinching all your toys.
Not my she's not having my helicopter.
You, not starting off with no arguments. Come on, give her a kiss. Say, welcome home, Sarah.
Oh, hang on, I want a record of this. Oh, where is it? No, Alf, you take it. You're better than me. I always chop the heads off. Come on, Nicky, now. Give her a great big kiss, love, eh? Oh. Isn't that a lovely picture? If only.
Yes, I know. If only.
What do you think?
Well, it's bigger than it looks, this, you know.
Well, it never did get organised properly, you know. It just sort of growed like Topsy. Nice London.
The thing is, you see, if you had floor-to-ceiling racks right across this wall, you'd double your storage capacity.
Oh, you think it's big enough then?
Well, we don't need any more shelves. I mean, we don't do that much business in records.
Not for records, love. So you think it's a possibility?
Well, it'll be a better money spinner than what you got now, judging by the sales figures you showed me.
What will? Oh, it's an idea of Alan's that we're looking into. I'll tell you all about it later. We're just off to meet a pal of his now.
To discuss this idea, presumably.
That's right. See you later, love.
Bye now.
Well, hello, is that Hawthorne's? Oh, could I speak to Mr. Wilton, please? Oh, he's not. Oh, no, there's no... Oh, hello. Yes. Would you ask him to ring Miss Riley, please, as soon as possible when he comes in? Thank you.
She's settled.
Like a lamb?
Oh, bless her. Now, come on, get this down you while it's hot. Then it's upstairs with you for an hour and all. Need to get your sleep when they sleep at this age.
My man, the baby expert.
Well, I didn't do that bad a job on you, madam. Mind you, I think that was more luck than good management.
Plus the fact that I was an incredibly wonderful child.
Oh.
Like my two. It was good of Ivy to bring Nicky round like that.
She was all set to come with me this morning. I had to put her off.
Oh, poor Ivy. Well, she only wants to be involved. And it can't be easy for her, can it?
It's not easy for you. It's a very emotional time.
Plus the fact there's no dad around to give me moral support, you mean?
We don't want to go into all that now, love. You just got home.
You got something to say, ma'am? Say it.
There's no need for you to be on your own, you know. Ian would have married you. Have you no regrets he's gone back?
None at all.
Did you ever hold it against me that you didn't know your father? Because, I mean, your little one mightn't thank you one of these days.
I shan't keep her in the dark forever, ma'am. As soon as she's old enough to understand, I'll tell her the truth.
You don't know the truth, do you?
Well, maybe I'll get to find out. That's not important at the moment. My top priority's looking after me two kiddies, bringing them up the best way I possibly can. And before you say it, I can do it on my own, and I will.
Good afternoon, miss.
Yeah?
You'll be delighted to know that today is your lucky day.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. I have here some top-quality merchandise, which I kid you not, would cost you not twice, not thrice, but 5 times as much in Market Street.
Don't tell me. You're giving it away.
Well, not exactly, but I am privileged to be able to offer it to you at unbeatable, rock-bottom prices this week only. Now, the last thing you want to do is mark them alabaster arms, isn't it?
How much?
Cheap. Treat yourself. Treat your mother. Treat your dear old granny.
She's the last person I'd treat. Miserable old beggar popped her clogs at Christmas. Left every penny she had to Cat's home.
What about wearing this for your husband when he comes home of an evening, eh?
Take more than a penny to turn him on.
Not, if it was all you were wearing.
Cheeky article. Hadn't I seen you somewhere before?
Funny. I was just thinking the same thing about you. You've never been in one of them James Bond movies, have you? Sunning yourself by the pool.
Yeah, right nutter, you. So what do they call you then, nutter?
Ah. That'd be telling, wouldn't it?
Well, that'd be telling. I don't know about you, but I'm blooming frozen stood here. Why don't you come inside and give us a proper look at your merchandise?
I suppose your oppo's cooing over at Cot at Roberts's, eh? Not that you can blame her first little granddaughter. But she doesn't know it is, though, does she? I mean, Ian might be family, but it's not same as knowing baby's definitely Brian's. It's making her dead miserable, but she can't keep her working. Hi, Cole. Hiya.
Has your Teddy been home yet, Mrs. Duckworth?
Well, not that I know of, love, but I come in here straight from work. Have you knocked on our door?
Yeah, and he's not at the yard neither. I mean, last time I saw him was over 2 hours ago in Cromwell Road. I mean, I waited for him for ages, but he never turned up.
Oh, he'd have been kidnapped, love. Little green men from outer space wanting to breed a new race of super ducks. Cromwell Road. Hey, Jack. Isn't that street where you fell off your ladder and broke your leg?
Yeah, well, it might have been, Vera. Oh, hi, Vera. I was just thinking, would you like a drink to wet the baby's head, love?
Well, that's nice of you, Jack. I'll have a sherry, please.
Right.
How are they doing then, Cot?
Eh? Lovely. She's lovely.
Well, things are a bit fraught from what I can gather. I mean, Ivy's never been off the doorstep. It's getting on Audrey's nerves, but on the other hand, she doesn't want to appear unsympathetic.
Oh, well, I don't suppose he's been near.
Brian? No.
Oh, do you know, she's the sweetest little thing. I mean, it's tragic all this going on round the head of an innocent child.
Hey, I wonder if she wants a babysitter. Well, I might as well earn a bit of extra cash while I'm revising.
Capitalist.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
And besides, it'll keep me out of Lovebirds Road.
Oh, well, they've been off together somewhere all afternoon.
Oh, yeah, they're going to see Mate My Dad's, aren't they, about the new video library?
What new video library?
The one they're opening here. Has Rita not told you about it?
Well, she might have said something just before she went out. I don't know, I was busy with a customer, actually, but...
Oh, Mavis. Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
Well, of course I'm all right, Derek.
Well, when the office told me you'd phoned, I naturally assumed it was, an extreme emergency.
I'm sorry I'm not at death's door for you, Derek, but I mean, it is an emergency in a way. Look, would you like to just wait upstairs for a few minutes?
I don't know about that. We've got people coming to dinner tonight.
Well, you could make yourself a cup of tea. And there's some homemade ginger cake in the tin.
Ginger cake? Well, if you're not too long.
Hey, what emergency?
Something personal. It's none of your business.
Excuse me, that's evening, Peter.
Oh, so you finally turned up. Your mate's not best pleased with you.
Weary Willie, what's bugging him now?
Says he lost you.
He's puddled. Wants to keep me on a leash like some cocker spaniel.
In Cromwell Road 3 hours ago.
Cromwell Road? Never heard of it.
So you've had a good day then?
Couldn't be better. It's a great game, you know, Peter. Only wished I latched onto it sooner.
Oh, mate, is Kevin in?
No, he's not.
Ah, must have gone out earlier then. Well, never mind. What are you having?
Nah, better go and find me mate before he does a moody on me. Come on, think of it, I'll have a swift half with you.
Well, I'll have to be swift. I'm due in town. I only popped in to give Kev a message.
So, it's a girlfriend, is it, while you're all dolled up?
Well, that's not for a late night at the garage, bet, that's for sure.
No, I thought you might be going round to celebrate the kid coming home safe and well.
Bet, love, if I want a social secretary, I'll get one, all right?
Yeah, just that your mum was saying what a little beauty she is and as good as gold.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Let's hope she stays that way. Now, can I have 2 halves of bitter, please?
The least we can do is pop in and explain to Mavis. I mean, we've left her to cope all afternoon.
She's done it before. She'll survive.
She'll sulk. You've not been on the receiving end of one of Mavis's sulks yet.
She'll soon get over it when she hears about our plans.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, she doesn't take to change so easily, Miss Riley.
Oh, you heard what Larry Knowles said, didn't you? Now, if anyone knows anything about the video rental business, it's him. He can't miss. She'll love it. I mean, she loves to see the shop busy, doesn't she?
Yes.
Folk going in and out all the time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What are you going to have?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't keep looking at your watch, Derek. When you come to talk about a problem with me, I don't keep looking at my watch,
Well, you haven't got a wife and dinner guests to get home to, Mavis.
No, I haven't. I haven't got anybody to get home to. Or turn to. Or anybody to give me advice and support as well as affection.
Well, I don't get those things from Angela, Mavis.
Oh, I sometimes wonder what you do get from the famous Angela.
Criticism, Mavis, alternating with silent condemnation. Sometimes I don't know which is worse, the harsh words or the black looks.
Dear, are things still as bad as ever between you?
Yes. You see, when I get home...
No, Derek, I've not asked you here to talk about your problems for once. I've got a problem of my own.
Is it another man?
No, it isn't. Why would you be jealous?
Well, not if he were of the order of your friend. What was his name? Pea-brain.
Pendlebury.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with Victor. He was a very sensitive, creative sort of...
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm not talking about Victor, Derek. I'm talking about Alan Bradley.
Alan Bradley? Wait, Rita's...
Boyfriend, yes.
You're having a thing with Rita's...
Oh, no, Derek, I'm not having a thing with Rita's... Oh, why do our conversations never run in straight lines? He's moved in with her.
Moved in? Do you mean they're...
Living together, yes.
Well, I must confess I'm shocked. Rita's moral behaviour lately leaves a great deal to be desired.
Oh, that's funny. She says exactly the same thing about you. Anyway, Derek, the point is, he's interfering.
With you?
Yes. Well, not with me as such, but with the shop. And it's all Alan this and Alan that, and she's just turning to him for every little decision.
Well, I suppose that's only natural.
Natural? Why?
A woman trying to run a business on her own. She needs the benefit of a man's advice.
Rita wasn't trying to run the business on her own. She was running the business on her own. And very successfully. With me as a partner in all but name. I mean, all these years we've been a team, Rita and me. Good friends, both in and out of working hours. And suddenly I just feel I'm not needed, Derek. Feel surplus to requirements. Like that stationery you made me order that time.
Yes, I don't think we need to get into that again, Mavis.
No, I know we don't, Derek, but that's just an example of you turning to me in a difficult situation. Well, now I'm turning to you.
I appreciate that, Mavis, but what precisely do you expect me to do?
Just advise me, Derek. Tell me what to do before he pushes me out altogether.
Aren't you over-dramatising things a little, Mavis?
It could be the domino effect.
The what?
The domino effect. I mean, first the wedge between me and Rita, and then I lose my job, and then my home.
Hardly think it'll come to that, Mavis. But even so, what can I do?
Oh, just be there for me, Derek. I've got nobody else. I mean, Rita's got Alan, and you've got Angela. Everybody's got somebody. All I've got is you.
Right, bang your anchors on, Curly. What's up? I'm leaving you here, sunshine. This is where I get on the knocker.
What, here? But we've done round here. We did it last week.
Not thoroughly, mate. Not exhaustively. I reckon there's some good pickings. And when you get onto a good thing, Curly Top, my motto is make the most of it. Tell you what, I'll meet you on that corner there in an hour's time.
All right. You know what? Sometimes I find your behaviour completely baffling.
Don't worry about it. You'll understand when you're growing up, mate. Tell you what, mate, see you in an hour's time there, okay?
All right.
Come to think of it, make it 2 hours.
All right. Oi!
What's up?
You're not going to get very far, are you, without your merchandise?
Oh yeah. Thanks a lot.
Oh, there's that record you wanted.
Oh, Brill. It's a great record, this.
Yeah, well, you better warn your friends that we won't be selling records in future, apparently. Well, that's the rumour anyway. I mean, not that I know anything, because I'm never told anything.
You're not going to be selling records? Oh, you mean this video thing? Oh.
Jenny, I think you better be making tracks. It's 1:20.
Is it?
Mm.
All right. I'll see you later.
Try, love.
Bye.
Mavis, how long are you going to be keeping this up?
I'm sure I don't know what you're referring to.
That, what you've just said, and the way you say it. Honestly, Mavis, when you take umbrage, you're the world's worst. You get a grievance between your teeth and you worry it like a dog with an old shoe. I've told you, I don't know how many times, this video scheme, well, that's exactly what it is, and that's all it is, just a scheme at present.
Well, I just think you could have mentioned it, that's all.
I was going to mention it when there was anything definite to mention.
Oh, I see. You were just going to drop it on me when it was all cut and dried.
Oh, it's no use talking to you at the moment.
No, well, you and Alan have made that painfully obvious.
So, how does Alf like having a kid about the house?
He loves it.
What, even in the middle of the night when it's yelling?
Oh, he sleeps through all that. Alf would sleep through the end of the world. He'd be the last to know about it.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. Sleep dead solid, mate. Clear conscience, that's what.
No, it's not. It's about 6 pints of our best bitter.
Anyway, he's jumping out of bed all bright and shiny in the morning, saying, "Where's my little girl?" There's me and Gail tottering about like zombies.
Oh, I'll miss her then when Gail goes back home.
No, still see plenty of it. Here, wait till I tell you.
What?
Alf loves giving the little one a bottle. He just loves that. I said, "Come on, that's the easy end." I said, "I'll bet a bit of nappy change."
Oh, we won't be so keen on that.
No, I weren't.
Typical.
No, fair's fair. I was afraid of sticking the pin in our safety pin in our telly, you see. That's what it was.
Safety pin, Jack. That signage stuff, that is safety pin. It's all Velcro sticky tape now.
Can he change a nappy, Alf?
I was just telling you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So I'm giving him lessons. I get him to watch Gail and me. So then I get him to practice on Nicky's teddy bear.
I would give a gold clock to see Alf putting a nappy on a teddy bear.
So we come to the real thing. He's going great. He's doing everything right. But somehow he manages to get one end of the sticky tape stuck to his sleeve. So when he stands up, the baby's got a bare butt. And Alf's walking about with a nappy hanging off his
Will you listen there and listen no to that babby, Alvin?
Yeah, I know, love.
She is my grandchild, baby. I don't care what our Brian says.
Yeah? Well, what does your Brian say, any road?
No, he won't discuss it, and if I mention it, he flares up.
Well, you can't blame him, Ivy. I mean, where she were messing about. Well, never mind, he might come round in time.
But he won't go near Gail. Don't way he's behaving. Well, it's like he were a single man.
Well, he is. Look, it's divorced, Ivy. That's same as being single.
Ain't it about time we get back to work, dear?
Look, it's no use kidding yourself, Ivy. Your Brian's not married anymore. End of story.
It's all right, you laugh at that.
You don't think we'd have been better off with a fruit machine?
I think I've cracked it. See, what you do is you press that one first, then you press that one.
And nothing happened.
I'll have to have a look at the instruction book again.
Do you know, I bet secretly you've always wanted one of these, haven't you?
No, what I really wanted was a train set.
Hey, Mavis, come and have a look at this.
What's this?
It's a new till. I got it through a contact in the trade. A marvellous things. Electronic.
Well, I don't know how to operate one of those things.
Well, neither do I. But it's all in there.
I can't turn my back for 5 minutes these days without something new happening in this shop.
Once you get the hang of it, it'll make life a lot easier.
Ah, but who for? That's what I'd like to know.
Everybody, including you.
Especially you.
Oh, thank you very much. Very good of you to go to so much trouble on my behalf.
Hello. Here I am, Mavis. This is Fairclough.
Derek.
Afternoon.
I'd like to take my lunch hour now, Rita, if it's all right with you.
Yes, of course it is.
If it's all right with you, Mr. Bradley.
I said it was.
Oh, yes, but I don't want to go breaking any new regulations that I haven't been told about. Come on, Derek. Oh, we're lunching in the flat.
Are we? We usually lunch out.
Yes, well, today we're not. Come on.
Excuse me.
Ah, I think I know where we went wrong.
Yeah, I think I do and all.
I don't know what you're rushing away for.
Well, you've got to earn your crust somehow, haven't you?
Oh, not yet, though. You're not tired, are you? Big, strong lad like you.
No, it's just...
Well, how about tomorrow morning?
Oh, my God. That's Ralph's car.
Who?
My husband. In the house, quick. But... And out through the back. He'll kill you. Darling, what a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting to see you till Friday.
Who the hell were that?
Who were you?
Him, just now, that bloke.
Luke? Oh, that were Elsie. She came to borrow a cup of sugar. That'd be who you saw.
It were a bloke. Are you up to your tricks again?
Don't shout at me. I don't know why you bothered to come up at all if you're going to be rotten to me.
Can I have her for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. I've been dying for a cuddle. Oh, is she great?
Yeah, she's all right. I think I'll keep her.
Oh, dear that. If your mum done one, yeah, I'll have you. You're beautiful. Oh, don't they smell lovely when they're little?
Ah, that's because she's new. New cars always smell nice, you know.
Oh, Alf, there's no comparison. It takes me back to our Tracy, this. Do you think it's about time she had a little brother?
Would Ken like another baby?
If Alf can stand one round the house, I'm sure Ken can.
Ah, yeah, well, we'll be going back to our own house soon. You won't have to put up with us for much longer.
Don't be daft. We've loved having you there. You know that.
Yeah, and you've been smashing, Alf. You really have.
Well, it's been a great pleasure, love.
Come on, then. Let's be having you. I'll get her fed. She's due for one in about 10 minutes.
Right. You'll have to get me old black nightie out, see what that does to Ken. Or else maybe I need a new one.
Oh, Ken does.
Oh, true.
Yeah, well, I'll see you.
Aye, see you, Gail.
Very nice, Mavis. Really, very nice indeed.
So, anyway, what are you going to do?
Well, straight back to the office, I'm afraid. They seem to fall apart when I'm not there. So
No, Derek, I mean, what are you going to do about my problem?
Me?
Well, I haven't got anybody else to turn to, and I'm at my wit's end. That's the only reason I'm consulting you.
I keep telling you, Mavis, in my opinion, you're worrying unnecessarily. Probably.
What with Alan Bradley practically taking over? I mean, he's thrown out the records and putting a new video library, and he's thrown out the old till. What's he going to get rid of next?
Well, I'm afraid that's something we all have to live with in today's economic climate, Mavis. That fear of redundancy.
Redundancy? Oh, do you really think he's going to get rid of me then?
Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, it might not come to that. I'm sure you're very well thought of. Now, look, I really must go.
Oh, isn't that typical of you? You have the slightest little bit of a problem, and I'm expected to drop everything and rally round, and here am I, probably going to lose my job, and then flat, and all you do is rush back to the office.
Oh, come on, Mavis, that's hardly fair.
Well, I think it is. I mean, look at Rita. Her boyfriend throws his weight about her boyfriend, stands up for her, stands by her when she needs help.
Just a minute. Yes, boyfriend, you said, yes. But I'm just a friend, Mavis. There's a big difference.
Well, I don't think so. And I don't think Angela would think so if she found out about us. Boyfriend is what she'd call you.
I never thought I'd hear threats from you, Mavis.
I never...
Not from you. When I emptied my heart to you, when I poured out all my feelings, made myself vulnerable, I never thought the day would come when you would stoop to blackmail.
Blackmail?
I'm hurt, Mavis. I'm hurt more than I can say to hear you making threats. I'm hurt. Yes, and disappointed. I thought more of you.
I wasn't threatening, Derek. I wouldn't tell Angela or anybody. Honestly, you know that I wouldn't. You just misunderstood me.
Well, let's just forget it then, shall we? I don't know if I can, but I shall try.
I'm sorry, Derek. Oh, see? You've got me apologising to you, and for why? Because you've let me down. I mean, it's just one way, our relationship, Derek. I give and you take.
Well, that's a cruel thing to say, Mavis. And anyway, it's not true. We're not all the same, Mavis. You seem to forget that for some people, taking is their way of giving.
Well, I mean, all I'm asking, Derek, is your help and advice and sympathy.
Well, look, if it'll make you happy, I shall have a word with Alan Bradley, man to man, and sort out exactly where you stand.
Will you, Derek? Will you really?
Yes, I just said I will.
Yes, I know, but will you? Really?
Now, I really do have to get back to the office. Bye, Mavis.
Which are you then?
Pardon?
Says outside of your van, Duckworth and Watts. Are you Duckworth?
Me? No, Watts.
Oh, I didn't think you could be somehow.
Why?
Why what?
Well, why are you asking?
Well, I'm just interested, that's all. I seem to know your mate Duckworth. Comes from over Coronation Street, is that him?
Yeah, that's right. Look, if you see him, will you tell him I waited over half an hour?
Oh, I'll be seeing him all right. No danger.
Well, do you like your sister Sarah then?
She's all right.
Oh, only all right. I bet you're getting sick to death of all the fuss they're making over, aren't you?
No, he's still number one, aren't you, soldier? I'm it sure of that.
Oh, well, Granny's job. Oh, can he have some chocolate?
Gail always tells me off, go on, it'll be all right, won't it?
There you are, a present for you.
What you say? We'll have that after tea, will we? Come on, come and help me peel the potatoes. I'm making tea tonight. Gail's going out for an hour.
You're not taking the baby out, is she, February? I mean, it's very treacherous.
No, she isn't, so give up for worrying.
Yeah, but I do worry, especially about Gail. She must have been very upset, you know.
What?
Well, she was in here with the baby. Brian came in. He didn't say a word, did he, love?
No.
He didn't even look at her. I thought it was right callous.
To be honest, I think the poor lad was thunderstruck.
Come on, Nicky, come on, we'll get home, shall we? See you later. Hello.
Hello there. It's not the type of behaviour I look for in a partner, Teddy.
Give it a rest, Cool. It's like having a nagging wife.
Yeah, and talking of wives, I know what you're up to, you know, wasting valuable time chatting up bored housewives.
It's not wasted time, anything but sunshine.
Well, where have you been all day? I mean, how much stuff have you shifted? Have you actually made any money?
There are some things in life, Cooley, my boy, that money just can't buy.
Jeez.
Oh, there you are. See, you've got the hang of it. Yes, well, I was quite happy with the old till.
Yes, but we're not stood here all day to be happy, Mavis. I mean, we're supposed to be earning a living. There's got to be change.
Cheers. Well, I hope so. This has got to last me till payday.
Oh, very sharp.
Well, you got it a lot quicker with the old till, and I don't suppose you'll be spending your money on renting video films, will you?
Well, no. We haven't even got a machine at our house.
Oh, dear.
See you then.
Try, love.
Aye. See?
Yes, but a lot of people do have videos, Mavis. Anyway, we're going to be giving it a try. Look, I don't know why you're getting so worked up. Take it from me. Nobody's getting at you.
Oh, I know. But I'm sure you're not,
And
Rita.
neither is Alan, so stop worrying.
Well, I can't help it, Rita. I do worry. That's why I asked Derek round here. I mean, you all need somebody to lean on.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't lean too hard on Derek. He might fall over.
Yes, well, he did say that he would tackle Alan for me.
He what?
Well, I can't talk to him, Rita. I mean, he doesn't listen to a word I say, but, well, they do listen to another man, don't they?
It's nothing to do with Derek, Mavis. And if he goes sticking his oar in, I can tell you now, Alan won't be best pleased.
Oh, well, I shouldn't worry, Rita. I mean, he promised me faithfully that he would talk to him, but, well, knowing Derek, I'm sure he won't.
There we are.
Oh, towel.
No, this one's on me. Evening.
Evening.
And a half for me, please. Don't take his money.
There, love, it's all right with me, whoever pays.
Right, well, cheers then.
I was hoping to catch you. I wanted a quiet word.
All right, what about?
That's £1.11, love.
Oh, there we are. I think we'd better over there. Don't want any embarrassment, do we?
What do you mean, embarrassment?
Well, I gather the cabin is, shall we say, under new management these days, if you take my meaning.
No, I'm not with you.
Well, how can I put this? The manager remains the same, but on the domestic front there's been a takeover bid, resulting in a new chairman of the board. Your good self.
But that's nobody's business but mine and Rita's.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Don't get me wrong, old man. But in business, and I've seen it 1,000 times, when a new man comes in at the top, the troops down the line get anxious.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Women. Women in general, Mavis and Rita, I dare say, in particular. You see, they're not like us. They get frightened by anything new.
Such as what?
Well, here you are. You've taken over Rita, as it were. You're taking an interest in the business. And quite right. Why shouldn't you?
What's your interest in all this?
Representing Mavis. She sees you weighing up the business, planning new enterprises, and quite rightly, you can't stand still in business these days. And she gets worried. Well, I keep telling her it's unnecessary. Mind you, old man, I don't think you're on a winner with this video scheme. The competition's wicked.
You seem to know a hell of a lot about my private affairs.
Oh, don't worry. At the office, they say discretion is my middle name. Incidentally, have you thought at all about expanding the stationery side? Office supplies. It's a big growth area. I could get you top discounts on all the lines. In fact, I took the liberty of preparing a price list for you.
I've had enough of this. You come in here, poking your nose into my business and Mrs. Fairclough's business, none of which is anything to do with you. Yeah. Just because your bit on the side works for her doesn't give you a license to interfere, you know.
Look, there's no need to
you
take that
better watch
tone.
your step, pal. And Mavis better watch hers, too. Going around broadcasting confidential information to all and sundry. I'm going to have a word with her.
No, look, you've got it all wrong.
It's not me that's got it all wrong, pal.
She's fast old. Not for how long. It's great when they fall asleep, isn't it? Then after a couple of hours you wanted them to wake up again.
I know.
Like this afternoon, it was really nice to be on my own, but after half an hour I started missing them.
Did you have a nice walk round the shops?
No, I went into town, got her registered.
Oh, do you know, I forgot all about having to have her registered.
You've got a month, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm well ahead, but I thought I might as well get it done.
Let's see. Oh, look. There's a name in print, little darling, all official. Sarah Louise Tilsley. Oh, gives you a funny feeling seeing a name like that. So you've got Brian down as the father. Yeah, well, quite right. Saves a lot of awkwardness, that.
Yes, well, Brian is the father.
Well, legally is, there's no doubt about
No,
that.
I don't mean just legally. I mean he is. Ian's the wrong blood group to be a father. He checked when he was here.
Well, why the hell didn't you tell us before, Gail?
I'm not sure I should have told you now.
What you talking about? I mean, that proves Brian's the father, doesn't it? He can't duck out now, can he? He'll have to admit to everything.
I don't care what Brian admits to or doesn't admit to anymore.
Well, I think you ought to tell him anyway, love. Well...
It makes no difference to me. Or the baby. He made his decision long ago. This changes nothing. Not as far as I'm concerned. And I don't want this passing on, Mum. I hope you've got that.
I don't understand you, girl.
Well, I'm telling you, it goes no further. Sarah's my baby, and that's all that matters. Brian's never wanted anything to do with her. Well, she doesn't want anything to do with him.
You know, it's like a village around here. You can't get away from people. I went to the corner shop at dinner time and there was Gail with the baby.
Well, she lives round here and all, though. I mean, what do you want her to do?
Listen, Mum, I'm going to go away for a week, you know, I just fancy a break.
More at this time of year?
Yeah, I just want to get away. I'm fed up. No, it's not much going at the garage and Kev can cope on his own easy enough.
Where will you go, love?
Off to Scotland. Then have a crack at the skiing lark.
Oh. Who will you go with?
Just a friend.
Brian, it's not that girl you've been knocking about with, is it? You're still seeing her, aren't you?
Ma'am, if I want to tell you, I'll tell you, OK? Otherwise, stop pushing me and wanting to know everything that's going on. I mean, I'm not a kid. Well, I'll see you later.
I'll see you.
Well, I thought we were going to have bloodshed in here at opening. Alan Bradley looked like he fancied thumping somebody again.
Well, he's too handy with his fists, Sim. Look how he picked on Artery.
Ah, well, this time it were Mavis's fancy man. You know, Derek, I thought he were going to cop it.
Well, why didn't you give us a shout, boss? I was only down the cellar. You know, any kind of trouble, always give us a shout.
Yeah, well, you like watching a good fight, don't you?
Listen, I can look after myself, don't you worry.
Give over. Yes, love.
I'm looking for a chap called Duckworth, lives round here.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place then, love. That's him over there. This is his Mrs. Vera.
Oh. Tarlo.
You better come out, look. Listen, Vera. Come and tell him that you know that. Yeah.
I want you, don't I?
Pardon?
Name's Duckworth, isn't it? You used to clean windows, didn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh!
That's my missus. I'm sorry.
Hey, you! Get off him, you pick on somebody your own size. Hey, you, out of here now before I get the police. Yes.
I understand, pal. Stay away from my wife.
Oh, flaming people today? What the hell's up with that one? Are you all right, Jack?
Oh, blimey.
What you been doing, you? What you been up to? Messing about with other women, have you? Vera, he's hurt. He thinks he's hurt. That's not Morning, Punchbag. How you diddling then? Got that cellar all ship-shape, I hope?
Oh, panic, you got to eat your dinner off the floor. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of taking my bed down there.
You can forget that. I'm not being done for harbouring no despicable home wrecker.
Well, that's right. Have a good laugh. Kick a fellow when he's down.
Listen, cock. OK, so you were dropped on.
Dropped on? You're not kidding. I got for a walloping some other joker should have got.
Pull the other one, Jack. Let's face it. If the dustbins and the washing lines in Cromwell Road could talk, your name would not go unmentioned.
Luke, I am telling you, since I fell off that ladder, I haven't set foot down Cromwell Road.
Well, he must have got the name Duckworth from somewhere. You know, your assailant, the outraged husband.
Well, that's what's nagging me, you see. There were no messing. It was just, oi, Duckworth, Wallet. And I have never been near.
Well, haven't you got a namesake?
Brilliant. And who is the only namesake I've got round these parts? And who is on the knocker down that way? Our Terry.
Dear God. Sounds like a pretty kettle of fish to me.
Hey, don't move away, love. I've got a request, because I need to catch that little jerk on his Todd.
So?
So, if I nip off now, I could collar him. Because he doesn't start his telling like well later on, you see.
I'm sorry, Jacko, but right now your domestic complications are not number one on my priority list.
Look, so okay, you've got a bowler out coming to do the stock count. That cellar is like a palace. I'll give you all the dockets, everything's in order.
This is a brewery audit, you know.
Look, Bess, if I don't get this sorted, I'm going to spend tonight on the Tuckney rope, love.
I don't know.
Look, it won't take me no more than 10 minutes. I'll be back before the brewery fella shows his face. It is vital that I catch Mr. Cleverclogs while his mother's not about.
Make it snappy. Any queries on barrelage, I want you here with the answers.
Bet, you are a princess amongst publicans. What are you, Ray? Ah, Terence, me boy. Still here. Any tea in the pot, is there?
You might squeeze one out. What brings you back so hot foot? You been caught on the diddle, or are you fleeing the country in fear of your life?
No, just thought I might catch you, have a bit of a natter, you know, man-to-man touch like.
Sorry, Peter. It's always a treat of treats chewing the fat with you like, but what with the streets being warm, I must be out and about and earning my bread.
And the knocker again, were we?
That is our current line, proving to be a very good move and all.
Going down Cromwell Road again, are you?
I doubt it. Covered all that area last week. Probably be moving further afield.
Surely be popping round to say goodbye to your girlfriend.
Which girlfriend's this then?
Come on, don't play the innocent with me. The one with the violent husband.
Oh, that one? You mean the one that bought the electric bed blanket?
Oh, so I'm right, am I, eh? 2 and 2 do make 4, so I got for a walloping for one of your little frolics.
Look, what was I supposed to do, eh? If I'd have been there when that nutter landed you one, well, I would have spoken out, wouldn't I? But the cookie didn't crumble that way, did it? And you can't really complain, can you? I mean, you have got a reputation.
Do you mind? I am a married man.
Yeah, I have noticed.
Brilliant. 10 out of 10. Have you also noticed that your mother isn't taking this as a joke? And unless you straighten her up, I am not going to have a bed here tonight.
Hang about. No way am I making any confessions, and certainly not to my mum.
Come on, Terry, have heart, will you? I'm taking some terrible stick here. You fill your boots, I'm getting punished.
Wait, who says I filled my boots? She bought this electric bed blanket. I had to go back and make sure it was working, didn't I?
Electric bed blanket. Do I look green? Look, I know the woman. I used to clean her windows for her. I might have known she'd have pulled some like that. She's well known for it. But you always know the type, you see, because there's no frosted glass in the bathroom.
Blimey, you don't mean I've been giving the same woman...
My son, do not worry. These things happen, you see. As a matter of fact, it's not uncommon with your higher-ups. But Terry, lad, gin your mother up discreetly like. There's no need to tell her the old story. Just enough to get me off the hook. Now, come on, play the white man. Do the decent thing, that's all I ask.
He said what? A bit on the side? Oh, I don't believe it. Well, it's scandalous. ridiculous. I mean, I could sue him even if it was said in private, but to say it in a public house... Well, I hope you didn't let it go unchallenged.
Oh, I told him straight. I didn't mince my words. We weren't far off blows. Luckily, I controlled myself. But the man has a terrible temper. He could give Angela a run for her money in that respect.
Oh, I'm sorry I involved you now, Derek. It must have been awful.
It was. Most unpleasant. But you were right to expect my support. And obviously, I made my point.
Oh, I'm sure you did, because he was quite reasonable this morning, though. How long that'll last, because... Well, I mean, is a real Jekyll and Hyde sort of a character.
Well, only time will tell. But I think we can chalk this one up as mission accomplished. So, if you're free for lunch in about an hour or so, I'd say we earned a little celebration, wouldn't you?
Why not?
And as my little encumbrance...
Pardon, you what?
Angela. She's tied up with pin positions. It's something they do up at the golf club. Maybe I could come down tonight. We could have a quiet drink and one of our talks.
Oh, well...
Oh, Derek.
Oh, hello.
Has Alan finished his measuring?
Yes, he said he'd be at home. He's working out the shelving plans and so forth.
All peace and harmony, then?
Yes, comparatively.
Astounding, isn't it, what can be achieved? In the field of staff problems. By a little plain speaking and common sense.
I'm not with you, Derek.
Yes, I told you, don't you remember? Derek was going to have a word with Alan. Well, he did, and that seems to have cleared the air.
Oh, well, that's good, then.
Mind you, it's fortunate for Mr. Bradley that I'm not a man who's easily shaken.
Oh?
Well, I could have found his tone rather offensive. But I kept my cool. That's the first rule when you're handling hot-tempered types. Well, yeah, elementary psychology, in fact. If the other chap starts shouting and cursing, you can be pretty sure you've got him rattled.
Derek, what exactly do you mean, shouting and cursing?
Well, I mean what I say. I was told to watch my step. He used a term about Mavis I hardly dare repeat, and then there were threats. Well, quite honestly, I was very worried coming down here today, but perhaps I shouldn't have interfered. Mavis asked for support, and I felt honour-bound to give it. I mean, if there are to be changes round here in respect of what's going on and who's running things, then Mavis is entitled to know her position. And if a friend can't make a polite inquiry on her behalf without being bullied and sworn at, then it's a pretty poor state of affairs. I'll see you later, Mavis.
Oh, he don't mess about, our Brian, you know. No. He shot off first thing this morning, you know. He's likely be in Scotland by now. Mind you, he works hard enough, he deserves a break.
And, you know, I was only thinking that about Mr. Baldwin, you know. I thought, Mr. Baldwin really deserves a break. So I left the banana skin on the stockroom stairs.
I sympathise with your Brian, you know. I do that, I feel for him. If he's gone off with another woman, I don't blame the lad, not Backsea's had.
Hold on a minute, Vero mentioned another woman.
I'll tell you what, if I could find another fella, I'd be off tomorrow. I would that. It turns your insides out. How do you know when you find out you've been made a mug of? When I think of all them shirts I buy in that slimy rat, no wonder his buttons kept coming off.
Oh, do you mind? I'm eating me chips.
Yeah. I've had my chance, you know. I have that. I could have played his game. I've had fellas fitting carpets on the knees. I've had fellas from gasboard I couldn't get rid of.
Yes, well, if you've dabbled yourself, Vera, come on.
Yeah, but I've said no. I mean, all right, I've got sex appeal, but I'm weird, aren't I? I've had a laugh or two here and there, but... Well, when have you ever seen me set on in a fool's that have you? No, we've got to face it, Ivy. The man's a disgrace. I mean, how much can a decent, respectable woman take?
Well, if you know of any we could write to.
Hey, less of the send-up, you. Because I'll tell you this. Any respectable woman now, well, should be thinking about divorce.
Well, if that's how you're thinking, you'll have to be careful and do it all by the book. If he were to claim Daddy's conjugal rights...
He's had no conjunctional rights. He's not going to get his leg in bed either, so you can forget that.
You'll have to be careful if he's still living at home, though. I had a pal, and she was advised to chuck him out and then change the locks.
Oh, no, you seem to know a lot, don't you? What's up, get a divorce set for Christmas or what?
No, divorce is a fact of life, Ivy.
You're trying to tell me something, Vera?
No, all I'm trying to say... Well, a woman in my position, she has to consider her options, doesn't she? Oh, do you know, I could throttle him with my bare hands. I could burn that Vince St. Clair outfit up right in front of his eyes. Yeah, or parade about with one of these fabulous male strippers.
Blimey, with your imagination, who needs divorce?
No, it's pretty staggering, old Curly. I mean, it's a right facer, in fact. I mean,
I've borrowed the odd shirt off him. I've even worn his socks from time to time, but oh.
You know, I knew you were birding it. I don't suppose you actually had time to sell or anything.
I know what I'd like to have sold her.
Yeah, a Bible might have been in order.
Oh, I thought she was a bit of average crumpet, you know, neglected, like missing out on the joys of life. I thought it was my Christian duty to oblige her.
Oh, I see. You see yourself as a missionary, do you? A bringer of light. Obviously, I've got it all wrong. I thought we were selling dishcloths and dusters and oven gloves and pinnies, not ourselves.
That end the first lesson. And you can stop looking at me as if I'm contaminated and all.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Sanderson from Newton and Ridley.
Hello there. Pleased to meet you. I'm Bet Lynch. Do come through. I've got the books all laid out, plus a little light refreshment.
That sounds fine.
Well, I should imagine these audits are pretty dry work.
Oh, absolutely.
Aye! Sexy Rexy.
Oh, give over, Vera. Save it, will
Here
you?
you are. They're not pants. You're caught in tackle. You might be needing that. Yeah, the old balmy outfit. White jacket, bow tie and your best teeth.
Oh, come on, will you?
Oh, and by the way, I'm changing the locks. And that includes the one on the coal shed. Right?
Men. Caught that, did you? Earwigging, were you? Who wasn't? How you have got the brass neck to stand there and say out I'll never know.
He'll blow over.
Blow over? That was Hurricane Vera. Look what she'd done to me good stuff. Me best done to me in rags.
It's only for show. It's only to make you look small. Look, give him here. I'll take him home for you.
That's more like it. Get him in the wardrobe, hung up on the creases, and when you've done that, have a quiet word with your mother, will you? Give her the full strength.
She'll be at work.
Good. That'll give you all afternoon to get your confession word perfect.
I'm on the knocker anyway. There's no need. I mean, surely a man of your resources can find himself a bed for the night. Then tomorrow, toddle home and throw your hats in.
I have run out of hats. I want you spilling the beans tonight. Pronto.
Look, I'll not be going down Cromwell Road again. Why can't we just leave it at that? OK, I deserve a pasting, but so did you.
Look, you never mind the rights and wrongs of it, Terry, lad. You things have gone too far now. If you don't start playing ball, I'm going to find Froggatt, and I'm going to give him the griff on you.
Oh, are you? Supposing I tell Froggatt that all I did is sell her some dishcloths, whereas you...
I've had my thrashing, sunshine. I find Froggatt and split. You haven't had yours. Now then, you are an handy lad, Terence. But Froggatt is like a mad bull. Yes, pal.
Hey, by the way, Derek popped in this morning.
Oh, not again. What was his excuse this time? You really ought to warn Mavis, you know. I mean, apart from being married, the man's a prize pillock.
Oh, he's harmless enough, really.
He's also a pest, and pushy with it. He started coming the Oracle in the Rovers last night. Had to choke him off.
I know. That's why he called in.
Did he?
Tell me something. You didn't really call Mavis his little bit on the side, did you?
Well, might have done. Well, it's no more than the truth, is it?
Well, they were both very upset.
Rita, the man's a clown. He was talking a load of rubbish, so I told him to mind his own business.
Oh, fair enough. I know he's a pain in the neck. But you do have a rough side to your tongue, Alan, you know.
Well, I'm no good at flannel or double talk.
Oh, come on now, own up. You can get round people if you have to.
Well, maybe. But when I tackle something, I tackle it head on.
I know, I appreciate that.
But those two are playing games. They're not really with us, you know, on this earth. They're away in the woods somewhere looking for buttercups.
Oh, be fair. Mavis doesn't have much. Just a job and a flat.
And Derek.
And Derek. When the dreaded Angela is otherwise occupied at the golf club or whatever.
We don't. Maybe we ought to drop her a line. What do you think? Only joking. Anyway, I was all sweetness and light to Mavis this morning. I had her eating out of my hand. Then along comes Droopy Drawers with his tales of woe, and I'm the wicked Baron again.
Well, now he's done his little Sir Galahad act. Well, maybe they've got the message and won't pop in so often.
Well, I'll tell you, Rita, if he does, I'll have him.
Oh, shut up, you big bully. Shift them plans.
Oh.
Ah, here he is, my little treasure. What every pub needs, an honest, reliable popman of the highest integrity.
Nice to meet you. I'd just like to say thanks. The cellar book does you credit, Mr. Duckworth.
We'll be getting us gold stars first post tomorrow.
Very likely. But before you get carried away, I'd been asked by head of sales to make one other point, which is that unfortunately turnover was down on last month.
Hey, hang on. We had Christmas and New Year in last month's figures.
I realise that. And believe me, this is not a personal comment. It's just that company policy as regards turnover is currently, well, aggressive. When it's down, everybody gets told.
In other words, they've decided to put the screws on.
If you like. Anyway, keep up the good work. I'll see myself out. Good afternoon.
Try cock. So that's what you get when you feed him. I could have took him through there, sat him down, turned the fire off, slapped the books on the table and said, right, monkey. But oh no, I wined him, I dined him. What do we get? A rocket.
Yeah, well, maybe it's like he says. He gets all his orders, we get ours, all part and parcel of being the hired hand, isn't
Sure.
it? Hey, before you rush off, love, I just want... Can you do us a favour? See, the mood our Vera's in, I most likely need somewhere to put my head down tonight.
Sorry, Jacko. Orphans I will gladly shelter from the storm, but despicable home wreckers have got no chance.
No, it was all a mistake. It turns out it was our Terry.
I would need a sworn statement.
Oh, look, just for one night, till I sort myself out.
Try the Sally Bash. A bit of hymn singing might just do you good. No, my mind's made up. No last-minute reprieves. Your father's going, and this time it's for keeps.
Don't you think you've been a bit hard, Mum?
Well, it's about time I was hard, because being soft gets you nowhere. And don't just sit there watching me struggle. Give us a lift.
No, I am having no part in this. I'm not taking any sides.
Look, I'm not asking you to take sides. I just want this zip done.
What's so important about the flaming zip?
Because I want it closed, don't I? So I can chuck his rotten gear out on rotten doorstep. Then when he finally does decide to come home, he can see that he's been chucked out.
You weren't expecting him to come home after the Barney you had this dinner time, were you?
Look, he had every chance then. If he'd have been in here when I come in from work and had something to say for himself...
What can he say more than he's already said, for Pete's sake?
Well, what he has said ain't been worth a light, and I've had enough.
So you're letting the old flaming street know, are you? You're making a big parade out of it.
Look, I'm chucking him out for the backsliding prat that he is. And don't tell me he don't deserve it.
Not this time he doesn't. This time you've made a big mistake.
Oh, yeah. He's got a double ante. Well, I reckon somebody should phone Zoe, because a chimpanzee must have escaped.
Listen, Mum, it was me.
What?
The double, the namesake, the Duckworth that's been pulling this bird down Cromwell Road.
Oh, Terry, don't shame yourself. I mean, give me a bit of credit. What's that crafty swine promised you, eh?
What could he promise me? Look, cross me heart, I was on the knocker in that area and there was this bird. She was a prospect she was buying, so she invited me in.
What, a married woman? Terry, lad, I mean, a young lad like you that can take his pick.
Okay, so I boobed, didn't I? She got me when I was at a weak moment. I just thought it was going to be tea and biscuits on offer. I was enticed. It was a cold afternoon and she had a nice big fire in the grate.
I don't believe this.
Look, it's a gospel truth. Otherwise, I'll be helping you pack them bags. I mean, why would I lie to save me dad's skin?
Well, if it is true, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am. But it's history now. Shall I take the bag back upstairs?
And we'll have a pin board up here, you see, for posters and so on.
Oh, do they provide the posters?
Oh, yeah, they're very good too, some of them.
Is Miss Riley available?
Oh, well, it's her early night.
Yes, I know. I'm visiting her privately. I am expected.
Hello, Derek. Nothing wrong, is there?
No, of course not. I said I'd pop by if I was free for this evening, and it so happens I am.
I don't know, you married fellas, you're never indoors, are you? What's the excuse this time? I tell you what, you'll be all right when I get this video library going. That'll be a good excuse, that. Better than taking the dog for a walk, anyway.
Give over, Alan. A joke's a joke. Have mercy on the poor lad.
So what do you reckon then, Ivy? I mean, can I believe this tale? Would our Terry shame himself? I mean, if they were close... I mean, your Brian and Bert, God rest his soul, they were close. But as close as they were. I mean, can you see your Brian going this far if it weren't true?
Vera, don't drag my family into this.
Oh, I didn't mean any disrespect. I mean, it was just a manner of speaking.
Well, I should hope so and all. I mean, I never had no bother like this.
Look, I'm only asking your advice. There's no need to get on your high horse.
Well, the very idea, Vera. I mean, as if I'd know.
I don't see why not. I mean, where's your Brian now? At home with his family? No, he's up in Scotland with his fancy piece.
That was a different situation, Vera, wasn't it? And I told you about that girlfriend in confidence.
So, we're understood, aren't we?
I'm talking about this dinner. You nearly let Cat out at back, didn't you? In front of that Shirley, and she's a right blabbermouth.
Yeah, but I was upset, weren't I? I mean, I thought my husband had been unfaithful.
Yes, well, now you know he's not, don't you? Now you know it's your son, heaping more coals of fire on your head.
Well, I can't blame lad, really. I mean, faced with that hussy. And say what you like. I mean, your Brian's out spending his brass, isn't he? I mean, at least Arthur is not that daft.
Look, will you leave our Brian out of this? First of all, I've got your Jack pestering me and... Beggar this for a game of soldiers. I'm sick of your troubles. Jack! He come round not half an hour ago. He were all pathetic and he were famished and all. So I fed him and I said maybe he could have our Brian's bed for a night. Jack, love, will you show yourself if you're still there? All it seems is forgiven.
It's all right, Vera. I'm in the clear.
Aye, I reckon so.
Can I come home then, eh?
I don't know. Do you know, I was quite looking forward to being single again. I could have really stung you for alimony, you know.
Vera, for Pete's sake, put poor lad out to his misery.
Yeah, well, happen I want a bit quick to condemn. I mean, let's face it, these cradle snatchers, they never look at a fella over 40, do they? Well, don't stand there, looking badly done, sir. Look, I'm sorry I was a bit rough on you. I should have known, really. It's what counts at death, isn't it? That's what counts. The fella that's getting plenty at home, he don't need to go sneaking after scraps, does he?
Right then, if that's you daft pair settled, for Pete's sake, get gone and leave me in peace.
Hello, here he is, son of the fighting potman. Have you seen your dad, or has he been arrested?
He's at peace.
Oh, aye. What did your mum hit him with?
She didn't hit him, she smothered him with love and affection.
I see, a mercy killing.
No killings, no marital bust-ups. All's forgiven. They're on the sofa now like two kids. I feel like Shirley Temple.
Yeah, and apart from my associate's weird desires, Mr. Duckworth sends his respects and asks if he can be excused parade.
Fair enough. We'll skip the details. What'll it be, lads?
Nothing, thanks.
No, we're not stopping. We just popped in with the message. We didn't want you worrying. You see, we've had a very good day, so we paid a month's rent in advance. We've filled up the tank with petrol, and now we're on a tour of trendy night spots. Ta-da.
Hey up. You're looking busy. Have they brought back Prohibition or what?
It wouldn't surprise me. What can I get you, love? Crate of brown ales, barrel of bitter?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not stopping better. Just fancied a packet of crisps. Oh, go on then. I'll have a swift half a lager while I'm here. I might as well.
Mate, I'll have it good to you.
Hey, have you ever thought of giving it up, this pub management? You know, you could go in for mortuary work.
I've thought of naught else since this dinner.
Oh, damn, Bet, it's only a gag. Come on, trade and pick up, love.
Not that, either. What niggles me is having the brewery on me back all the time. Turnover, target figures. Annie Walker had none of them worries. She just paid her rent, and that were it. She did what she liked in her own little empire.
Well, you'd never give your job up, surely.
Why not? Managing a pub's no big deal. A tenancy. That's what you want. That's what Annie Walker had. Why not me? I find your shirt, love. It's there on the chair seat. I've had you a lovely breakfast. Bacon butties. Look, all crispy, no fatty bits. What's up, love?
I don't know as I fancy bacon butties, love.
But you love bacon butties. They're your favourite.
I know. But them nasty things you said about me knocking about with other women, they upset me. When I get upset, me guts start playing me up.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. Do you know what? Locking up me for things I said.
I'll eat one of them bacon butties for you.
No. Seeing as your mother has gone to that trouble, I shall force it down somehow.
Well, how come he's got bacon butties and I've not, eh?
Because you don't deserve none, that's why not. Messing about with a married woman.
And not just that, neither. Letting me get the blame for it. And if it wasn't bad enough for her husband coming round here thumping me, what hurt me, what really choked me up, was you letting your dear mother thinking it'd been me that was playing away.
Yeah, it was really cruel, that, letting me go on at your dad like that.
I told you, didn't I? I said it was me, didn't I?
Yes, and you took your flaming time about it, lad.
I'm going down the caff, aren't I? Get myself a fry-up. Enjoy yourself.
I think it's time you had a word with him, you know, messing about with a married woman.
I have tried to show him the way, Vera. I mean, I have set an example worth 100 lectures, in my opinion. Look.
Yeah, well, I'll say him.
All right. Now, if it makes you happy, always been top priority with me, that'll be. By the way, you don't want to be late for work, do you?
No. See ya.
Bye.
These are both for you, Rita. They look like birthday cards.
Birthday cards?
Yeah, well, there will be.
Ah, that's from Emily Bishop, and that's Mavis.
Birthday? When?
Well, today, as a matter of fact.
Many happy I'm sorry, love, I didn't know.
Well, you couldn't know. I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't tell me either. Hey, dare I ask which one it is?
No, I lost count years ago.
Well, I wish you had told me. I tell you what, look, let's go out and celebrate, shall we? We go out for a meal tonight, eh?
Oh, no. Save your money for the video library. Hey, I tell you what, though. I mean, you're always bragging what a good cook you are because you've had to look after yourself. Why don't you prove it? Make a meal for us tonight.
Right, you're on. I'll make us something special.
Well, this solves the birthday present problem, Rita. I'll buy you some indigestion tablets.
Oh, Vera's always been mad jealous, you see. Not as I can blame her, really.
You're a big-headed article, you.
No, fair dues. I've always been attractive to women. Not as I'm bragging, it's just a fact of life.
Not the facts of life as they were explained to me, Jacko. Right, that's my taxi. Now then, until I get back from the brewery, you're in charge, right?
Hey, this visit to the brewery, what's it all in aid of? I know damn well there's something going on.
What makes you think that?
Well, the way you're all poshed up for one thing. I mean, you're not exactly dressed for a donkey stoning the flag floor, are you?
Right, I've not better tell you if it'll stop you pestering, rooting through my handbag and eavesdropping on my phone calls. But if it goes one step further, I'll know exactly where it's come from and you will be in lumber, right?
Cross me out.
I've got an appointment with Sarah Ridley about taking over the tenancy of this place. I'm sick of being manager.
Is that it?
Is that not enough? Be a big step for me, will that?
Yeah, well, it make no odds to me, will it? Whether they call you the management or the tenant, or... You still be my boss, just the same.
Yeah, and just you remember that. And listen, you're supposed to be testing that ale, not supping it.
We'll have the boxes displayed all along the shelves here, you see, so the punter will pick the one he wants, bring it over to here, where you will have the actual cassettes under the counter.
Excuse me for asking, but what time are you expecting to keep open till with this video library thing? I mean, I only ask because I do live upstairs, and you can hear everything from down here, so if there's people traipsing in and out and the door going...
Well, I thought about 8 o'clock, that's all. I mean, I reckon that if somebody wants a video and haven't come in by 8 o'clock, then they're not coming. How do you feel, Mavis, about standing in a couple of nights a week? I mean, the money will be all right, make it worth your while.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, well, I do early turn on the newspapers 3 or 4 mornings a week, so I don't really know. And then there's your social life.
Social life? What social life?
There we are, Shirley, mate.
Right, Shirley, what are you drinking, mate?
Right, rubbish.
Now then, bartender, I'll have 2 pints of your best malt-flavoured tap water and no short measures. And look sharp about it, come on.
Listen, clever clogs. Your mother has asked me to have a word with you, put you straight on a few things.
Such as what?
Such as meddling with other fellas' girlfriends. Wives, married women.
Listen, if you think that I'm going to stand here and listen to lectures from you of all people, about how to behave myself, then you must be off your head.
And if you think I am going to waste my breath, then you must be too. All as I'm saying is, if you see your mother, just say that you've had a rollicking, all right?
Why should I?
Well, because it makes it nice and peaceful in the house, all right?
Just pull the pints, eh?
Hiya. Hello, Shirl.
Do you mind if I sit here?
No, help yourself. How come you're on your own today? You usually got all your mates with you.
Oh, well, I'd just gone shopping and Vera's having a dinner round at Ivy's. Do you want a drink?
Well, no, Terry's supposed to be getting him in. Hey, Terry, chop chop. All right.
I've had a lot of experience with your mother, Terence. And over the years, I have found that the less she knows about what's going on, the happier she is. And it is a mistake to go cluttering her head with lots of information.
She come close to wrecking my marriage, you know, that trollop. I mean, when he come in Rovers, bashing our Jack, saying, keep away from my wife. Well, you can imagine what I were thinking. Same as what you'd have been thinking if it had been your Bertie.
Bert? My Bert never went near other women.
Exactly. But if some bloke had come in a pub and bashed him...
Vera, it never would have happened, love.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't have happened if that woman had kept her hands off our Terry.
Hey, listen.
Harlot.
Do you want another cup of tea?
No. Not locking up women like that, interfering with a young lad.
Now, come on, Vera. Your Terry never should have gone near her, should he?
Oh, I know that. But, I mean, you can understand it, can't you? A young single bloke, hot-blooded, and then he gets temptation stuffed up his nose. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but you can understand it, can't you? I mean, if you knew half what your Brian gets up to, you'd be...
Hey, hold on a minute. It's naught to do with our Brian. Don't you drag him into this. Have you finished?
Yeah. No, it's our Terry I blame, you know, for not telling me quicker. You know, for not owning up, like, instead of letting me blame our Jack. Oh, I could bite my tongue out for things I've said to our Jack.
Yes, I know, Vera. You've told me umpteen times.
Yeah, well, I blame that woman, you know, for luring our Terry into a web. They've no better to do, these women, than lie in wait for young, innocent fellas. Now, what do you expect with a name like that? Dulcie, she calls herself.
Dulcie, eh?
Yes. Dulcie Froggatt lives down Cromwell Road somewhere, lurking, waiting to entice young kids like our Terry into a trap. Oh, do you know, honestly? Do you know he thought she wanted to buy a set of dusters? Yeah, it wasn't him that did the chasing, you know. It would hurt, that floozy.
Vera, leave it, love, will you? Well...
And I think of that floozy. Yeah. Wrecking up homes, wrecking people's lives. She wants sorting out good and proper, and it's about time somebody did. Where you going? Well, I'm going down there, aren't I? Where? Cromwell Road. I'm going to go sort that woman out. Tell her to keep her hands off our Terry in future.
Vera?
Look, clock us on at work, will you?
Clock you on?
Yes, because way I'm feeling, I'll be clocking Dulcie Flaming Froggatt on.
Oh.
Excuse me, love, have you got a minute? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm looking for Froggatt's house, you see.
Oh, Froggatt, yes, Mrs. Froggatt. Oh, I know her.
Well.
It's across the road, love, down the far end.
Oh, Ta.
Okay,
Ta very
number
much.
45.
Thank you.
Okay. Come on, boy.
There you go, kiddo.
OK, thanks.
Yeah, very much.
Right, I'm back. Now then, have you coped?
Oh, no, Daisy. It went like clockwork. How did you go on?
Don't ask.
No good, then. Management and that's that.
Oh, they'd happily sell the tenancy. Told me straight, they'd much rather have tenants in the pub. Trouble is, the price they're asking. Have a guess, go on.
I don't know. No idea.
15,000 quid.
15? Are they kidding?
No, they're not, you know. Sarah Ridley told me that's rock bottom price and all. Especially after all the money they've spent doing the place up. Just goes to show you it's right what they say. Whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it's best to be rich.
Definitely. Hey, seeing as I've been struggling, it's all right to nip home for half an hour. I've got some important business on, vital paperwork.
Important business, you?
Yeah, well, with all this aggravation with Alvera, I've not done my bills yet, and I like to get them in the post for Wednesday tea time. Because the week I get them 8 drawers up, I don't want no funny business about my bills not getting there on time.
Oh, I suppose so. Go on, then.
Thanks, boss. Hey, by the way, when I do get me 8 drawers up, I'm going to be buying Newton and Ridley, and you will find me a lot nicer to deal with than the present management.
Mrs. Froggatt, is it?
Yes?
Do you know who I am? No, you don't, do you? I'm Terry Duckworth's mother.
Who?
Oh, don't come that. Terry Duckworth, I'm his mum. And I'm here to tell you to keep your maulers off him because he's been brought up proper.
I don't have to put up with this.
Oh, yes, you do, you troller. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, luring a young lad like our Terry.
Luring? Oh, he doesn't need any luring, that one.
Hey, now, don't you start calling him. You cradle snatcher. Yes, that's what you are. You're old enough to be his mother. Well, I'm here to tell you, no more of it. Because if I have to come back here again...
I never want to see your Terry again as long as I live. And I'll tell you something, his dusters are rubbish as well. So you can just tell him from me, he can stop pestering me. Yes, and while you're at it, you can tell your Jack and all.
Eh?
You can't keep your men at home, that's your trouble. If it's not your big lout of a son sniffing round here, it's your randy husband. And looking at you, I'm not surprised.
Now look at you!
You heard.
Oh, you found her all right, then?
Hey?
I'm just saying, you found the house.
Now look here, you. Just keep your nails out. All right.
Partick Thistle. Partick Thistle. Now, you never know. They might just score the winner on the last winning. Oh, aye. Do you know, I've got a good feeling about this. This could be the week, this. X for no publicity. Hey, where are you? Put a kettle on V, will you? I'm spitting feathers here. Come on, don't stand there like one of Lewis's. What What are you doing here anyway? You're supposed to be at work.
You had me crawling to you. I'm sorry, love. Give us a kiss, love. 3 bags full, love. You rat.
What's got into you?
It's not what's got into me. It's what you've been getting into, isn't it? Yes. I've just come back from Cromwell Road.
Well?
Yeah, you might well twitch. I've just been having a talk with that Dulcie Froggett.
Who?
Oh? What do you mean,
Yeah, well, I don't know what you've been saying to you, both, do I?
Oh, don't you?
I don't know
you
what you've
have.
been... Oh, come
You
on,
have.
Peter.
Twitch
Here,
you,
Peter.
And come back!
Morning. Lovely weather, isn't it? For ducks.
Vera, I'm getting soaked out here. Look, you got it all wrong. Let me explain it to you.
Clear! Oh! Go on! Clear! Yeah, go on! And... Come back! Right!
Oh, Vera.
Hey, you've missed a bit.
I know. Now then, this dinner I'm cooking tonight. You wouldn't peel a few spuds for us, would you?
Oh, I get it. I'm going to be Cook's dog's body, am I? Was wondering when you get to that.
Well, I wouldn't ask, but I want to get this painting finished, you see.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Oh, that's all I need, him.
I see you've got the handyman at it. That's the way. Get the man of the house buckling too.
Is there something I can do for you, Derek?
No, I was in the area, you see. A couple of follow-up calls. Making sure my sales force are on their toes. Thought I'd pop in and see Mavis.
Well, I'm afraid you've missed her.
Oh, it's not her day off, is it?
No, I just let her go to the hairdressers.
Oh, she never told me. Oh, well, I'll hang on for her.
Well, she could be another half hour yet.
That's all right, I'm in no hurry. You've missed a bit.
I know.
I wish I was handy. But anything like this, painting, joinery, I'm hopeless.
You amaze me.
Anything needing brains now, yes. Anything artistic even, I'm in my element. But I've often thought it must be useful to be more like you. This is all in aid of your video enterprise, I take it. Well, far be it from me, etc. But I have to tell you, you're on a glutted market. Office supplies now, the demand is there. Heavy industry's gone, of course. They call us the paper clip economy, don't they? Leisure, yes, but not video, if you'll be guided by me.
I wouldn't be guided by you if I was blind and you were an Alsatian dog.
No, I was merely trying to tell you...
I am sick of you telling me how to run my affairs.
No, only offering some friendly advice.
I'm trying to get something done. I've got work to do. Now, if you've got time to kill, I suggest you go down to the library. We've got a nice little room there, you know, with magazines and newspapers.
There's no need to be offensive.
And when Mavis comes back, she's going to have work to do too. So she won't be able to stand around rabbiting to you. Oh, and another thing. Would you try and time your visits to be outside business hours?
Yes, I can take a hint.
Good.
Well, you've done it now.
He gets on my wit, that fella.
I rather gathered that.
Tricot.
Sure, Ben.
And I'll tell you something else. Them clothes of yours can't stop in my living room forever, you know. I mean, if I have visitors, how am I going to explain a tangled mess of your underpants on my sideboard?
Well, where am I going to sleep tonight? I can't go home. Like dicing with death, keep it in our house without Vera, the way she's behaving. I might never wake up.
Before you go any further with your sob story, you are not spending the night here.
Look, just one night, till she calms down.
No, you are not involving me in your domestic disputes.
Now, Luke, if you're worried about that there, you know, interference in the night, I can assure you there'd be none of that.
Oh, well, that's another reason you're not stopping then. Look, Jacko, think of yourself as a statistic, part of a new growing social problem. The battered husband. I'm banking on it driving more and more fellas to drink.
Oh, it's easy for you to be cheerful.
No, it's not. I have to force myself, same as you should be doing. I've been deciding this afternoon to get a grip on my life, pondering over that 15,000 quid that the brewery want for the tenancy of this place. OK, it sounds a lot of money the first time you hear it. I bet in a couple of years it'll look cheap.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm saying I'm going to have a crack at raising the money, starting with a call on my local friendly bank manager.
Well, that's a hell of a lot to borrow a load of debt round your neck.
Well, I don't need all of it, do I? I've managed to put a few quid by this last couple of years. I want this tenancy, Jacko. I'm sick of being the manager, leaping to attention every time Newton and Ridley blow a blast on the bugle. I could make this pub a real little goer if it was really mine.
Well, it seems a daft game, in my opinion, getting a load of debt like that round your neck.
Yeah, well, we all have our problems to contend with. Here comes yours now.
Oh, no, don't start in here, Vera, love.
Your shaving tattle. You'll be needing that for where you're going to be living in future.
Oh, come on.
Look, don't think you're creeping back into that house, because you're not.
Hey, you've been crying, haven't you? Do you know I could kill that woman telling you all them lies, making my sweetheart cry?
Don't you think you're going to talk your way out of this, because you can't?
Oh, come on, come on. Let us sit down. We are two mature, civilized people, aren't we?
Look, I'm telling you, I've finished with you, and this time it's for good.
Let me tell you about Dulcie Froggatt.
You see, you do know you crapped on, you didn't.
Only to save your feelings.
Oh, ah.
Will you listen? Look, 45 Cromwell Road, right? When I had my wind around, that woman made my life a misery. Pestering me, cajoling me. You couldn't clean the inside of my windows. God blimey, I knew what she was after.
Are you trying
Will
to tell
you listen? Will you tell me? Let me tell my side of the story, will you? Even the condemned man has a right to speak in this country, you know. Look, I'm telling you, she was after me all the time. Now, you think back. Cast your mind back. Do you remember me coming home and saying to you that I wanted to give that window round up, eh? Do you remember, didn't I? And you thought I was being idle. You never know what I went through, Vera.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you say something?
Why? Because you're mad jealous and you never believe me. Now you can't deny it, can you? Eh? You always think the worst. It hurts me, Vera.
Well, why would she say you were giving her one?
Revenge. Because I'd spurned her. It's right what they say, you know. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Keep your distance, woman, I used to say, because I am an happily married man. Well, I thought I was till this afternoon, till you flew at me.
Oh, Jack.
Well, there's got to be trust, Vera, between man and wife. I trust you.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Nay, it's that flipping Dulcie Froggatt in it, putting the poison in. You see, because her marriage is no good, she tries to spoil it for other people that are happy, like us.
Right, come on.
Where?
Well, we're going to go down there and sort that brazen hussy out.
No.
Tell her where to get off.
No, Vera, leave it. Leave it alone. Forget it. That's what she wants. Ignore her. That's the best thing. I mean, you should pity her. Because she hasn't got your happiness, you see.
I'm jealous. I mean, I can't help it.
I know, love. Now, let's forget it. Let's just forget it, eh?
Yeah.
But, in future, if somebody comes to you with a story about me, or you see something that's a bit funny, well, then come to me quietly.
Yeah, I will.
And I will put your mind at rest.
I'm sorry, Jack, for throwing your clothes
Nay,
out at
like
Wyndham.
Like I said. Let's forget it, eh? Pretend it never happened.
Yeah.
Mind you, all them shirts, they'll all want washing again.
I'll do that. It's your birthday. You sit down and have a sherry.
Right, thank you, madam.
Right, we'll be eating in 20 minutes, and it's going to be fantastic.
Well, you might tell me what it is.
Can we tell her? It's chicken in red wine sauce.
Oh, that sounds all right. You know, perhaps we should start having dinner parties and invite Mavis and Derek.
Don't say that, Rita, not even in jest.
Just testing, just testing. I'll get it.
I'll get back to my culinary masterpiece.
Right, you do that. Love, come in. What's wrong? I think you know very well what's wrong, Rita. I've just had Derek on the phone. He was practically in tears telling me about the humiliating treatment he got in the shop this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I must admit there were a few words
Well,
said.
it was quite clear that you made him very unwelcome.
Well, you see, Alan was trying to get the painting.
Oh, I know all the details, Rita. I mean, Derek quite clearly thinks that you were getting at him. Well, it's obvious to me that the person you or Alan was getting at was me. Yes, you'd better hear this.
Come on, Mavis, don't be upset. Have a drink. Jenny, get Mavis again.
I will not have a drink. I've just say what I've come to say and then I'm going.
Oh, calm down, Mavis.
No, it's just one thing after another, Rita. You're just trying to push me out altogether. I mean, it's just one incident after another just trying to get rid of me. I mean, I'm treated like a second-class citizen in that shop. I know I should be saying all this to you, Alan. I quite understand.
I'm not trying to get at you, Mavis. And no, it's not me you should be talking to. It's Rita. It's Rita's business.
Oh, come on, love. I was hoping to have a nice, quiet birthday.
I will not be treated like that, Rita. As far as I'm concerned, you can start looking for another mug, because I've had quite enough. I shall get out of your way, and you can do what you want with the flat, and you can find somebody else to do my job. Well, aren't you going to say anything?
I think you said enough for everybody.
Right. Right. Well, that's settled then.
Let her go. Let her go.
Now, I know you know already, but this Sunday at 3 you can see all this week's episodes all packed into one brilliant omnibus edition. This is Plus, and 3 Up, 2 Down is next.